refresh.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh yeah, look at me.
Look at you.
Oh, look at you.
God, I got such a boring background. You have a giant rad fireplace.
Welcome to my lair.
God damn it. I'm so jealous.
Green screen's shitty and kind of nifty sometimes.
I want one. See, Ghost has one that you can't really use, and I want to be like, let me take that off your hands for a little bit, yo. I also don't have the lighting for it though.
Oh yeah, I definitely don't. That's why I look faded. See, your skin tone's about how it should look.
Yeah. This light I have is pretty cheap. It's just one of those Amazon ones that like it's for like your cell. It has like a cell phone holder as well. And so, but it's just like that big around, and you can change the color temperature and shit on it.
That might be the one. I have like a tiny like circle one. It might be the same thing. Yeah, it just
probably is.
It's just a little bit shitty. It's just a bit shitty.
This one's definitely shitty.
Yeah.
But what webcam do you use?
Let's see. HD 1080p Logitech.
Probably the C920.
It's what everyone has, which I'd like to upgrade soon.
Yeah, it's just that's hard because you either get another webcam because it's easy, or you have to go through the whole setup of like an SLR.
Gotta be the SLR. It has to be. Yeah. Why just fucking diddle with your dick?
I think you can use. There's certain like camcorders you can use.
Use my phone. Probably do that.
It would probably overheat. Maybe not. I don't know.
With like an old phone, you just like clear everything off of it.
Actually,
depending on the phone.
Yeah, but then you I don't know if you could do it with a cable. It'd have to be like a wireless signal, which has its own issues.
Yeah, fuck wireless. Well, you could probably do it with cable.
Trying to sync up the audio with the video might be a little bit more difficult. I don't know.
Fuck it, you'd be diddling. Just get the fucking SLR.
True. I think everyone uses like the Sony A6300 or something like that.
It sounds expensive. It sounds like $400.
They all are. What up, Reed? And I'm not your child.
I'm his child.
Oh.
Slash his brother. Slash cousin.
In Italy, it's all the same.
We fuck each other. It's whatever. Hey, racism.
You fucking me, and we fucking each other. It's all over.
There's a little bit of rape, but whatever.
I take my sausage, I put it in the rigatoni, we put it in the lasagna, and then we put it in the bed, and then it's cooked for the 9 months.
No, Cube. I think me and Mikey. I think like he's got uncle written all over him. He looks like one of my uncles, except like more dirty. All my uncles are like bearded like you, but vegan.
What? Why would you be vegan?
I don't know. It's just something in my family.
That's weird.
All. At least that side.
Are there vegan Republicans?
They would have no soul.
Yeah.
They'd be doing it for the weird reasons.
Yeah. Like they physically can't eat meat. That's like a gay Republican. Like they exist and we all question why.
They exist, but why?
But why?
So I think me and Mikey are just in-laws. Stepbro?
I mean, what? Okay, so here's a question. Are you Italian or Sicilian? Because I'm a dirty Sicilian.
I'm half and half. Half Italian, half Sicilian.
That's almost worse.
So I accept you. It's... I recognize your Sicilianness as Italianness. But I also half hate you, so... No.
You half hate yourself.
Right? Yeah.
Which is a solid way to be.
Yep.
So my last name... I don't care, I'll dox myself. My last name is Petralia.
That's really close to mine.
Okay. And one day I was doing something on Google and I typed in my zip code, and where I live, my zip code and the zip code in Sicily for the town of Petralia are the same zip code, which just means that I can never fucking move out of my zip code. I'm meant to be here.
Sounds like some astrology shit.
Yeah, but mine's based in like fact and realism.
Sure. It's coincidence, really.
Yeah, it's coincidence, which is
Mm-hmm.
better.
How do you spell your last name? Is it P? Is it like 2 L's, 2 T's?
No.
Okay, shit. Okay.
Yeah. It's not
Petralia.
Petralia or anything like that. It's Petralia rhymes with Australia.
Yeah, so yeah, I have like that, but mine ends with Erie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Also, Reed, I'm not telling you where in LA. I'm only gonna dox myself to a certain point.
Mm-hmm. To the point that the stream ends suddenly. And we never hear
Yeah.
from Mikey again.
No, fun fact, if you look up Michael Petralia, I probably won't be the first one to pop up. Actually, I haven't done that in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's people in my family with the same name.
I would imagine, at least partly.
LinkedIn. That's not even me, though. The first LinkedIn's not even me. Nope. There we go. Wait, is that my Facebook? This is fun. Yep. No, you get the searches for my, yeah.
At what age did you make your Facebook?
Shit, I don't even remember. Probably around available for everybody.
Had to cut out a bit. What'd you say?
Around the time it was available for like everybody, since I didn't go to college.
So like
8,
08, 7?
9 years ago, probably. I guess. Yeah.
I guess.
Something like that. Yeah, definitely. No, 11 or 12 years, because I've been looking at memories, and the memories have been at least 11 years.
Did you have a MySpace?
I did have a MySpace.
Did you have a Zynga?
No, I had a LiveJournal.
Oh shit. Okay, all right, same,
Yeah.
kind of same thing.
Which I had to, because LiveJournal was like invite code only for a while.
Hmm.
And so I had to ask someone I went to high school with that I wasn't really friends with, me like, hey man, you got an extra LiveJournal code? I have some emotional things I'd like to talk about.
Did you get a Google Plus like when it first came out?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, everyone did that shit.
Google Plus, Google Wave, Google Buzz. Remember those fucking derelict bullshits? And then I had a Tumblr after LiveJournal died for a long time. Tumblr got me laid. That was great.
What? How did Tumblr get you laid?
I just met a lot of people on there. My ex of 7 years I met on Tumblr.
Neat.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just
Very
like cyber fuckland for you?
I mean, pretty much that's what Tumblr was at the time. It was because when it was early on, I had like 1,200 followers which was a lot at the time. Humble brag. It was after I went to one of the LA meetups, and I was doing photography then, so I just took photos of the whole party, and then everyone followed me to get the photos. So I kind of baited my way into that world. Shut up, Star. I'm not a nerd. Oh, there is something I wanted to talk about that might be a little sensitive for people. It's kind of, happened recently in the community. I just want to talk about Jord's beard and why the fuck did you dip dye it like that?
It's ugly as fuck. It's actually terrible. I would rather you shave it.
I love you, but goddamn, it is fucking atrocious.
Just fucking get rid of it. What are you even doing? It's an insult. It's an insult to beards everywhere.
Add more dye to it and blend it in some way.
Yeah.
Just get some just for.
And you miss like the top too, so it's like part of you's like trying to get out, and just it's terrible.
Everyone's been complimenting. It's because they're polite British people.
Because they're British, yeah. British people don't actually have taste, or yeah, whatever. What Mikey said. Yeah. Fucking cucks. Mikey, where were you born?
What year?
When?
1985.
Where were you born?
In Arcadia, California.
You lived in California your entire life?
Yep.
That's frightening.
It's a great state. I lived in NorCal for a little bit, and then my family didn't move around or really anything. It's not like I had like a military family or anything like that. My mom worked in real estate, or works in real estate still, so she just stays here.
What do you think the California experience is compared to like living anywhere else? Like, what makes it special?
It's chill. Coastal elitism is true and thrives well in California. But it's also a very diverse state. Like, if you go inland and up, it's very conservative still. And I don't know, it just helps being on a coast just helps. Access to the ocean is a thing people want. Not being landlocked is great. Mountains are right there. You have access to like pretty much every kind of season or weather if you really want to. The city is fucking enormous. Downtown LA is always surprising to people because it's a fairly small downtown, but the city of LA itself is fucking massive. Like, there's parts that I've never even been to. And like I've said, I've lived here my entire life. So
that's cool. Basically, diversity is the best.
You can. I mean, I grew up with a lot of Mexican kids and Mexican people, so I was exposed to that. I still can't speak Spanish worth a damn, but you know, I know about it.
Can you speak Italian?
Fuck no.
Hell yeah, sweet. We're same kind of Italian. Yeah. The lazy kind.
I'm one of my second. That's first. Is first generation the ones that moved here?
Yes.
Okay, so then I'm 1, 2, 3. I'm fourth generation because my great grandma came here.
Oh no
when
shit.
Everyone else did. Yeah.
Okay. About the same as me. I'm like 3.5.
Okay.
My grandparents like were born here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what's great is that they installed this fucking AC in my apartment and I can't use it, and so it's cold as shit in here.
Seriously? Then what's the point of installing it?
Well, they installed it and then they looked at the plug and it's not the same plug. So they have to come back tomorrow and install a new plug. As if they didn't want to do any research beforehand.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lazy pasta trash. Hey, we can say that. We can say you can't say that. That's our thing.
You know, there used to be in the original Punch Out, there was an Italian character, and his original name was Pizza Pasta, and I think that's one of my favorite video game things ever.
How did I not know that?
I mean, it's a weird fact. It was like either his name in Japanese is Pizza Pasta, or he was like either scrapped from the game or this changed his name entirely.
Okay. What's your favorite video game?
Metal Gear Solid 1.
Oh, no shit?
Yeah.
Why?
I think I just played it at a certain time in my life when, like, it was just, the story was really cool, the gameplay was really cool, had a good time with it. The graphics at the time were rad, and it just, like, resonated with me because it was badass. And then I've loved the franchise ever since. It's one of the only games it's the only game I've ever played in one sitting that is like a full-length game. Like, I was at a friend's house and I sat and I played it in like 8 hours straight.
Okay. How many times have you replayed the first one? Enough.
I don't know anymore. Enough.
Yeah.
Like, I know every part of the game. I've been meaning to, actually, because since I found my PlayStation 1 and my copy of the game, I've been meaning to try to fire it up again.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I've been meaning to actually do a lot of retro, so that'd be tight.
The thing I want to play that they need to release some way is they released for the GameCube, it was called Twin Snakes, and it was Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, but 1 had updated graphics and let you do the first-person aim-down sights, like from 2. That was the last time I played it all the way through, and that was super fucking fun.
Oh, I forgot. We're supposed to play a game.
What game?
So every time you touch your beer, we're gonna take a shot.
I'm sorry for you.
Oh wait,
it's
fuck. Wait, let's.
Because it's super unconscious at this point that I do it most of the time, and it's kind of a nervous tick.
I didn't think about my punishment.
You fucked yourself on this one, sir.
All right, let's be cool. All right, let's be conscious of our environment. Let's try not to live in the moment too much. Let's maybe like,
leave my hands.
Yeah, let's be active. Let's be worried, but not too worried. Let's calm but active and thinking about not touching things.
I'll just fake it.
It doesn't make me feel good. It actually made me a little bit nervous. Shot every time I say something awkward. I don't want to die. Got him. Mikey, what's your favorite genre of music?
It's pretty clearly emo, I guess.
Yeah? Like
anything in that, like, emo, alternative, hardcore is probably in my jam zone.
Yeah? So name some bands.
What do you want me to go, new or old?
What your favorite shit, man? What's in your heart?
I mean, my top two or top three are probably Alkaline Trio, Seoshin, and Coheed.
Okay.
And then lately I've been listening to Joyce Manor, Knuckle Puck, Modern Baseball, what's the one I just saw? Hot Mulligan, and a band I just discovered thanks to TikTok called Mom Jeans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's tight.
And yes, Reed, Coheed is emo. It's prog emo, but it was pretty much emo at first.
Yeah, I feel that. Actually, I tried to buy an Alkaline Trio CD when I was younger, and my mom made me return it.
So it's weird because up until that point, up until like the second half of junior year of high school, I listened to a lot more like, well, first there was the new metal phase where I listened to like Korn and all that shit, which was rad when I was doing backyard wrestling. There's probably some ICP in there as well. And then I listened to like classic metal, so like Metallica, Megadeth and shit, while my friend would like work on his car. And then junior year in high school, my set of friends, a different set of friends I had, they had to make a mix CD for psychology class, and I must have been one of the only people with a CD burner and something, I don't know, because they had me burn CDs for them, so they gave me like a list of songs and either some CDs to rip the songs from or to download. And so I went from having none of this kind of music to having a really fucking solid ass selection from a couple different people. And then that's what made me kind of like fall in love with the music and go from there.
Okay. Legit.
Yeah. I mean, goddamn. I saw Jimmy World probably of that genre was the first band I saw, because I saw him as part of the Pop Disaster tour. That was Blink 182. Was it Blink and Green Day?
Sick.
Yeah, I think it was Blink, Green Day, Jimmy Eat World, and some other band. And then when I graduated, my graduation gift was tickets to go see Brand New, Beautiful Mistake, Moaning, and Census Fail.
How old were you?
I was 18.
Nice.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
And that was right after Dejan Tandu came out, and they were doing all the they had the shirts and hoodies that were making fun of Taking Back Sunday, that were Mics Are For Singing, Not For Swinging, which was rad time. And then I went to a bunch of shows and shit like that, and then I became that kid, that 18-year-old kid.
What, the show kid?
Mm-hmm. Going to like the small venues around town. And that's another good part about living in LA is we always get bands.
Mm-hmm. You act like bands don't go anywhere else.
I mean, they go other places, but like if you live in bumfuck Arkansas.
Yeah, well, don't live in Arkansas, that's for sure. Definitely don't live in Arkansas.
Move if you can.
That's hilarious, because I have a friend who's moving to Arkansas like in a week.
Really?
Yeah, don't move to Arkansas. It's not good.
Have fun.
Visit, but like don't stay.
Yeah. I mean, where do you even visit in Arkansas?
At Fayetteville? I think it's like the only place there.
Yeah, no.
I think it's just Arkansas and Fayetteville. Racism.
Little Rock, because that's
yeah,
where
that sounds
Clinton's from.
Because Little Rocks and stuff. Yeah, for sure.
Wait, Reed, what did you ask? If I'm backyard, did you backyard wrestle anyone notable? No, it was just a bunch of us fucktards. Based on your age, Alex Zane? No, I didn't. It was me and my group of friends. I got put through a table and I had to hit with a chair. I also co-hosted a public access show about music at the time. That was weird.
Really?
Yeah, I'll have to find. There's video of it online. I'll have to find and put in Discord.
How'd you get that gig?
Just friends. My friend had a show. It was called Mind Chaos with a backwards K instead of a C.
Dope.
Yep. And we would talk about metal and new metal. And then I was kind of like the pop punk kid. So I'd talk about that news. And then we'd play music videos. You could say that I was a content creator before Twitch was a thing.
Wow, Dad. Wow.
Yes. When I was your age, we used to have this thing called public access television.
That sounds really cool.
It was actually pretty fucking cool.
Oh, yeah. Sure it was.
Yeah.
Fuck. What'd you want to be when you grow up?
I went through several phases. At one point, I wanted to be a nuclear physicist. That didn't pan out clearly. And then I went through all the typical phases of being in LA. So I was like, I want to be a comedian. I want to be an actor. I want to be a writer. I want to be a director. And then all that fizzled out by the time I was about 20, 21. And then, yeah. And then I never knew what I wanted to do. And I still don't.
Yeah?
I mean, my goal and focus right now is to work with content creators. Because right now my job is working with content creators on the business side.
Mm-hmm.
So like signing people up to be influencers essentially, but I like to work on the other side and be like work for a management company or be a manager.
Okay. Why? Like, what are you so good at? Like, what makes you the guy for the job?
Well, so in general, I like marketing and I know people's value and I know what it takes to like be a content creator, not just because I do it, but I've known enough people that have done it over the years that are both big and small. And so, and I know kind of like it's not just about managing them and being like, I got you this sick deal, bro, but it's about working with the companies and being like, well, this person is really good at this. And so, you know, if you want to activate them for this campaign, then we should do it this way and this way. So like working as a marketing person and a manager to be like, JT's really like, I'm going to use it for an example. JT's really good at interacting with chat and having music and like, and talking. So if you wanted to do something, you know, try to keep it in that vein where someone is really good at playing a game, but also like, or they're good at playing a game at a high level, but they're not good at interacting. So like, if you want someone to really showcase your game, that person's good for that. So it's kind of like breaking it down and not just being like, I hire a bunch of influencers and now my shit's going to sell well. It's like, that's not how that fucking works.
So you want to increase people's strengths, pretty much. Yeah.
And then like there's one management company called OPG that I've worked with that is probably, in my opinion, the best management company because they only work with variety broadcasters usually, because that just opens up opportunities, and they're really good about all the additional shit as far as like they'll help you get health insurance, they'll help you plan savings as far as for taxes and just in your life in general. They will walk you through all that process and all that stuff, and like they're like a full service in that way.
Okay, that's pretty dope.
Yeah. So
what you're saying is you're setting me up for this all access included service, right?
If I can work for them, yes.
Okay, cool. Well, you should hurry up on that.
I'm trying.
Come on, man. What the fuck?
I've been in Hawaii for a week. Leave me alone.
Yeah, how was Hawaii, by the way?
It was rad. Other than the weather, every time Ghost and I tried to go sit by the pool, the weather would just shit on us. So it was really fun laying there and then having it pour rain and be super windy. And then the first time we did it, we had to just leave and go do whatever and do something else. And then the final day, we just kind of sat through the rain. It was beautiful though. Like I've been in Hawaii before in 1997. It's a long time ago for me. Yeah. And so like being back was cool because like I had sense memories, but like nothing ever like super hardcore. Because I was a child. And so it was cool to be back and hang out with her and like her family and just like be in Hawaii. It's really chill.
What's up with like you and Ghost? Do you like her or something? What's up with that?
She's okay.
Yeah.
She puts up with me. She puts out occasionally. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's cool. She doesn't do that other thing for me, but that's dope, you know. That's fucking
Cool,
cool.
yeah,
Yo.
If she does, we're gonna have a fucking conversation.
No, she only talks to me about Rasputin, which I'm all about. So she just like
Rah Rasputin.
yeah, a little bit of that.
Greatest love machine.
Mm-hmm.
I love Rasputin. He's
Has a big
dude.
has a big dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just tells me about his dorky dick. Well, no, it's proven. His dick is large.
How is it proven? The one that they have on for show?
Mm-hmm.
That's not verified as his.
Can't you just like let me believe?
Yes, I will let you believe. I mean, I'm sure. Here's the thing: the dude definitely had big dick energy. So if he didn't have an actual big dick, he was fucking knew what he was doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he was the ultimate Chad when you think about it.
I don't think so. I don't know.
He was a Russian Chad.
He was just like because he was like a shut-in. Like there's something wrong with him. He has a problem.
No, totally something wrong with him.
Yeah. I don't know.
Thought he was God, pretty much.
Which is kind of Chad-like. I admit to that, but
yeah.
like, I don't know.
I mean,
I wasn't I wasn't there. Maybe
no one was there. Everyone was dead. Everyone is dead, I should say, not was.
Whoa.
Oh god.
Everyone
was fucking dead, man.
They're dead the entire time. Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, god, fuck. They killed everybody.
His dick. Do you like the new Star Wars?
I mean, the new one I haven't seen yet, but I'm fine with it.
The new trilogy?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. It's as a Star Wars nerd, I lived through the prequels being released, and then I lived with all the backlash and hate for Star Wars for such a long time. To have it be back and be so present and in the forefront of everything is real nice and justifies my nerddom. I read a lot of those fucking expanded universe novels in my life.
Then shouldn't you be upset now that they don't think there's enough source material and they're kind of ignoring a lot of shit?
I mean, yeah, there's literally plenty of source material.
Mm-hmm.
If they would just acknowledge the books, or not even all of them, take a couple of them and use those. And those
don't exist. Did you hear me? They're not real.
I spent years of my life reading that. So sad.
Yeah, that's my problem. Not happy.
Yeah. I would like to see, actually, like, Star Wars is good, and I'm happy that it's getting a lot of attention and getting remakes and getting, like, not remakes, but like a popular or a modern reimagining. But I think there's some series that I would like to see on like HBO, now that that's more of a proven format that allows you to actually delve into characters and story. Because I'd like to see a Hitchhiker's Guide HBO series.
Show? Okay.
Yeah.
Respect that.
That covers not just the first book, but like the entire series.
What do you think about the ending to that series? I'm sure if you haven't read it by now, I mean, you're kind of... I could figure it out. Figure your life out. It's been long enough time.
Sorry, I touched my beard.
Fucker.
Wait, what do you mean?
Because the last book, everything just kind of dipped.
The way it just kind of ends.
It just went away.
While it's upsetting, I feel like it's very on point for the book in general.
I think it's lazy.
I don't think it's lazy at all. I think it's very much a story of just like it ends being like the universe is just fucking what it is, man. And through the whole series, it just talks about like should just have like the whole thing about time travel, where it's like if you go back in the past and change things, it doesn't really change things because it's already equated for that. It's already like fucking recourse. So it doesn't matter what you do. It's already fucking there. And so just having the story end with the way that it ends is fine. It doesn't need to have. My favorite one is Life, the Universe, and Everything. But
the second one?
Third one.
Yeah.
With the crickets. It's when the planet cricket is like enveloped
Oh yes, yeah, and then they're xenophobic as fuck. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, they start for the first time, and they're like, "Well, that's all gotta go.
We gotta murder that shit." Fuck yeah.
Which is just such a solid thing. And I think it's either that book or Restaurant at the End of the Universe, where they talk about in the infinite improbability of everything, there is a living version of anything. So there's the planet that just grows, and all the living creatures are mattresses that are just killed, dried, and then used as a mattress. And that's all their life is. So there's a planet that is just pens and stuff like that. So I like that. I like that whole idea.
Yeah. You like a lot of multiverse theory?
Like in our world, multiverse?
I mean, multiverse kind of.
I mean, yeah.
Multiple worlds, so.
Yeah. I mean, I like to think so. I believe more in what's it called? Simulation theory.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing when you think about it.
It is kind of the same thing. Yeah, because it's just different games essentially.
Just a synthetic version of it.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's dumb to think that beyond the boundaries of whatever the infinite edges of space are, that there's just nothing past it. Like it would. Yeah.
What do you believe in, Mikey?
Like religion?
I mean, spirituality. Call it whatever you want. What's happening? What's going on?
I believe I'm a through and through atheist, I guess.
Okay.
We are just fucking cells and atoms that come together to form a sentient human that then fall apart and return to the earth from whence we came.
Dope. What should we do about it?
Fucking live your life. That's it. Like why the fuck does it matter? Do what you want. Don't be a dick to people.
Should I worry about laws and stuff?
Yes, because we have to operate in a society still, which is a construct of human beings. Like, if we're going to fucking go deep into it, it's just a fucking rabbit hole of argument. It's just like, yeah, we live in a society and there's rules because that's what our consciousness and brain tells us, because as animals, that's how we operate. Now, I'm sure that in maybe some, like going back to like an infinitely improbable universe, that there's probably a society that doesn't need rules and laws because of the way that their brain and matter exists, that they don't think about the fact that they have to like be more dominant than someone else. And they don't have arguments. They just like peacefully live amongst each other.
But how? Because, you know, as species evolve, they come from like kind of a tribalistic background, which is all about the power struggle, and power is kind of just
on Earth. That's how it worked on Earth. That does not have to equate to anything else.
You don't think that's just like a natural process of evolution?
It's a natural process on Earth. That is not a natural process.
But it's all about the competition of resources.
Because we created a competition of resources.
So even a post-scarcity economy or a post-scarcity like resource anything, there's still going to be people vying for those resources for control.
There's going to be.
I think it's a natural process.
Vying for that resource. I think that if we found a way, think about it. The closest thing to it would be Star Trek, which I don't really like, but there's principles of it that I do enjoy. Where, shut up, Steph. I don't want to hear us. We're not argue bros. Star Trek is a society where they can replicate and create food out of matter that's just in the air, so they don't have to worry about that. Money is useless, and their prime directive is really just to explore. That is a pretty fucking simple world that can easily exist anywhere else. Now, yes, there's still violence and war and things that happen, A, because you need story, but B, because there's other people out there that aren't humans. But I like to believe that there is a world somewhere where people, or whatever you want to call them, entities, just live. Yeah. And maybe it's a society where people don't actually die and they just, you know, hibernate for a generation and then come back newborn. Who knows what it could be? Maybe there's no worry about stuff like that. If you want to call it like a heaven type state, it's a heaven type state. Because what happens if you, like, let's say God is real and heaven is real, and you die and go to heaven, is heaven going to be that super ultimate peaceful place that you heard about? It just keeps infinitely expanding. Maybe heaven is just another dimension that you then fucking move on to when you die and your consciousness goes there and there is no violence and there is nothing. You can just do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah. But you're describing like utopian ideals. So, like, if you look at like any other species on the planet, they're all vying for resources. It all kind of has a competition based into like their genetics. And that's what you do. That's how you evolve. That's how you get better. And that's maybe just a component of how people grow. So if you're not vying for resources, you're not trying to do a power struggle, then how do you even evolve? You're going to stagnate. You're not going to really have a higher consciousness because everything's going to be perfect all the time.
Evolving into that state. So they may have gone through that phase, and maybe we're going through that phase and we'll get there. I mean, it's that whole thought of like the end goal of evolution, or not end goal, but the end kind of form of evolution is you turn into pure energy. Which, as pure energy, you don't have to vie for anything because energy is infinite and it never goes away. It just changes form. So who's to say that the ultimate fossil fuel is not just electricity and energy?
You're right. It's people. We should harvest people. Harvest people. That's what we're trying to get to right now. I fully
believe in the Matrix world where people are there's enough of
us. Yes. Did you hear about Matrix 4?
I'm very excited.
Yo, it's going to be apparently Matrix 4 and then John Wick 4 are going to be released on the same day. Week. Yo, what the fuck?
it's Keanu Reevesism.
Get fucking
That's
hype.
My religion.
Hell yeah.
Keanu Reeves only.
I believe in fucking immortality through our Lord and Savior Keanu.
Yeah. Put yourself in a painting. Hold on, I'm going to grab another White Claw.
Put yourself in a painting. Yo, that's a literary reference. I don't know if you guys realize that. That's straight woke. What's up, Sarah? What's up, all you sexy people? Fucking Windsor's here. Yeah. I forgot. He has that Bluetooth shit. Go clean yourself. Shut up. I like myself soiled.
Yeah, Ghost and I, the other day, instead of playing the penis game, where we've decided to make it the orgasm game.
Oh, really?
So if you're out in public, instead of just saying, penis gradually and gradually longer, you just have to go.
You just cum yourself constantly. I didn't realize I was playing a game. That just happens.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a call and repeat. If someone orgasms, you have to orgasm back.
Oh yeah, it would just be rude not to, right?
Yeah. Oh. Ooh, grapefruit's not bad. Okay.
Mikey, when did you become a basic bitch?
I mean, I've always been a basic bitch, all right? I love Vanderpump Rules, and I love me some reality TV.
Yeah, but like the White Claw thing, it's just, do you not care about it?
They're delicious. That's all I care about.
Are they? It's water.
Yeah, that's why it's delicious. It's. I love LaCroix, and what could be better than a LaCroix with alcohol in it?
Last time you had a beer?
I had beers in Hawaii.
That's awesome.
I drink beers all the time.
Yeah. What's your favorite kind of beer?
Beers also make me I like my favorite beer of all time is Rogue Dead Guy Ale. And I don't even know what that falls into because it's not an IPA, it's just like a regular ale. And then I don't like anything. I don't like those crazy like triple IPA, double IPAs that are just like
that's my shit.
Drink it and then you want to fucking die.
Yeah, it's my shit. Oh man, that's the best shit.
Too old for that shit, especially because they're like each one is 20% alcohol. So you have like a half of one, and you're like, I fucked up because I gotta go bed now.
Yeah, I think
if I'm gonna drink a beer, I want a beer that's delicious, easy to drink, maybe with a little extra hoppiness or some flavors in there. Like I like a good sour, or a ghost if you want. But if I'm gonna be out, like just give me a pilsner, like a simple pilsner, or like a red ale, something that I can drink and not have to think about not wincing every time I take a sip.
I mean, some people don't have to wince, but it's okay, Mikey.
That's fine. You should fucking drink Smirnoff Ices.
Yeah, that was my first beer.
It's not a beer, bitch.
Whatever. we all got a little bit of bitch.
I hosted a house party in Palm Springs for senior year of high school, and the only thing I drank at that party was either shots of tequila or Smirnoff Ice because I was a child and didn't know that beer was good yet. If White Claws had been around, I would have chugged the shit out of those.
Been more sober than fucked up.
Yeah. Fucking hurt. Reed's got all these deep questions. Yeah, I drank Hawaiian beers.
About Hawaii.
Hawaii doesn't have weed, really. It's not legal there yet at all. Not until 2020, which was sad. It was really hard for me to sleep.
Do you inebriate often?
Marijuana? Every night. Really. So, like, I've always had trouble sleeping. And then I got a medical card 3-4 years ago. I was lightly using because it was still a pain in the ass to get here. And then once it went fully legal, I was immediately at the dispensary and I was like, give me the goodness, please. And I found I have a vape pen for it, and usually I have a sativa and an indica for sleep, and then sativa when I just want to fucking lounge around on a Saturday. But the indica for sleep has been fucking phenomenal because I will pass out and I will sleep through the night and I will wake up fine in the morning.
Oh yeah.
It's so good.
So is that just like the most supreme form of inebriation?
Yeah, I don't like getting crossfaded too much. I mean, Ghost and I got pretty crossfaded in Santa Fe because there was nothing else to do. We were literally drunk every night and then got high, and then we were playing like Never Have I Ever or some other dumb fucking games that we found on, like, just downloaded onto our phones because we were like, well,
you need an app for that?
It was a game that it had questions and shit to ask, essentially, because if you try to just sit and think of questions, especially with your significant other, you're never going to get that far. So
do you win?
yeah.
How do you fare?
There's no winning.
And Never Have I Ever.
I'm middling because I've done some shit in my life, but I've also not done a lot of shit in my life.
Yeah.
Like I've never lived in another country or another state. I have never done mushrooms or acid or really any other drugs. The only other drug other than marijuana I've ever done is, well, I guess I've done acid now. Is Xanax, and Xanax was rad.
Xanax sucks.
Say that.
Xanax
What?
Yeah, what the fuck? You haven't done a lot of psychedelics, but you talk about Xanax? What the fuck?
I took half of our Xanax and wrote 24 pages of a script once. That was fucking rad.
Do you remember it?
It was heavily influenced by Chasing Amy. It was called 2 Bedrooms, 1 Bath, and it was about a guy renting out a room in his house and falling in love with a girl that moved in.
Okay.
This was also like 2008, probably 2008, 2009. It was like peak Tumblr time.
You like to write?
I'm not basic, Steph. You're basic.
Both basic.
Yeah.
It's
true. She won't admit it, but she's pretty fucking basic.
Oh, she's fucking basic as shit. Goddamn right. No, it's okay. You guys found each other. No, just be happy. You guys can have your Uggs and your pumpkin spice and
I mean, she does drink soy vanilla lattes. That's her primary Starbucks order.
Yeah, who does that? Weirdos, right?
Yeah, no. It's all about oat milk, yo.
Yo, it is about oat milk. Holy shit, I was about to say that. Oat milk's the best. It tastes like cereal. That's the shit.
So this year for Thanksgiving, when I made stuffing and stuffing and what else did I put it in? I think it was just stuffing. I put in almond milk instead of water and chicken stock because stuff can't have chicken stock. And it actually made it like creamier and gave it a better flavor, in my opinion.
That sounds pretty cool, actually. So you're vegan, right?
I'm not. No, I will eat literally anything.
Oh,
once at least. Ghost is the one that is vegetarian, not by choice.
Oh, yeah.
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 That's why I'm not mad at her about it because she literally can't eat it.
Yeah, we all forgive her for that.
Yeah. Because she will say to me, like, that steak looks really good. I love steak. God damn it.
Have you ever been, like, vegetarian or vegan before?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Just fuck it.
Fuck it.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't have any weird food allergies. The weirdest food thing I've ever had is if I eat ribs and I think about it too much, like thinking about the bone when it's done, then I'll get weirded out and have to stop.
Oh.
Because like my mind will like extrapolate like, oh, it's the rib bone, and then the rib bone's attached there, and then that's what the cow looks like. I gotta put this down for a second.
No, I eat harder when I think about the cow. Fuck yeah.
I mean, I'm always hard when I eat because it's just I can't help it.
Have you ever murdered anything before?
No, I've never gone hunting. I've never even fired a gun before.
You want to?
I would. I do. There's a gun range down in LA, down in downtown that I've been wanting to go to. But like you have to go with someone. They don't let you go alone.
Oh yeah, that's not a problem here.
For reasons.
So if you ever find yourself in Texas, I don't know, Ghost Princess doesn't come to Texas ever. But
I've been to Texas several times. I actually want to go back.
Oh, lovely. Well, yeah. We got guns, so
I know you guys got. I want it. Well, so,
we got guns and meat. So if you ever need that
actually, so there's for my because next year 2020, my birthday. It's my 35th birthday. Fuck, I'm old. And I either want to go to Austin because I have friends that live out there, other than you guys. Or I just want to go to Vegas and say fucking let's go to Vegas. And I know that in Vegas they have like the gun ranges where you can fire like full auto guns. And it's like if I'm gonna go fire a gun, I want to go fucking fire some fucking guns. Like, give me an AK-47 or an M16 and let me just unload and then cry or pee my pants in fear because it's probably way louder and scarier than I think it is.
The typical reaction is for you to come. Actually,
even better.
Yeah, it's nice.
God, I can't. Babe, I can't ever orgasm if I don't have a gun in my hands. Man, Yosemite Sam must have been just jizzing all the time. Just shooting into the ground and in the air and just filling his britches.
Whenever he propelled himself up with britches with the bullets, It was actually a bit of the cum too.
Yes, cum launching. It's like when you take as a kid when you would take like a 2-liter bottle and fill it with some water and then compress it and then launch it and shoot up in the air and make a rocket out of it. That's me after a week of not jerking off.
What clique were you in high school?
I traversed from the nerd kids to the emo kids.
Yeah. What's your nerdiest thing about you?
I don't know what my nerdiest thing is. I would say in high school the nerdiest thing I did was go into the library during lunch and play text-based games like Muds and Mushes. I did that a lot for like my freshman and sophomore year mostly. And then I don't know, I think my freakish knowledge of Lord of the Rings and Star Wars is probably pretty fucking nerdy.
Okay.
Especially my Lord of the Rings and mostly the Silmarillion, which is, basically the Bible. That's the closest to the Bible I've ever read.
Were you raised religious at all?
I was. My mom's side, no. They never brought religion into anything, and I think they are, if they're not atheists, they're agnostic, because never went to church with them once. But my dad's side, which is the Italian side, is of course Roman Catholic. And I have a very distinct memory of being between 5 and 7 years old, sitting in a Easter mass and just being like, this doesn't make sense. Or is it real? I don't believe in any of this. Not knowing that was actually anything and just that I didn't believe in it. And then they did some pretty shitty things later on. And that's the reason, I don't talk to my dad or that side of the family anymore. And I haven't talked to them in like 10 years. And before that even, I was always considered myself at least agnostic.
Okay.
I believe in the fucking Force more than God. That's probably the nerdiest thing about me.
Yeah.
And I mean the Force without fucking midichlorians.
Oh, fuck. Fucking nerd. Do you consider yourself more introverted or extroverted?
My Myers-Briggs is ENTJ, so that would say extrovert, and I would consider myself a mix of both because I love sitting alone and I use that to recharge, but I also love it's hard for me to force myself to go be extroverted.
Mm-hmm.
But once I'm out, I'm on board. Like
Easy.
I'm all about it. Like, and Ghost will fucking fill you in that like, yeah, I will. I'm like at a party and I will talk to people and do what I have to do and like network or do whatever I got to do.
Right. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm an ENTP, so introverted thinking, which propels like a lot of introvertedness. But yeah, I enjoy my quality time with myself, but I also need to go out eventually, or else I'll just fucking be left alone with my thoughts, which is dreadful. Which could be a lot.
Oh, she called me a flirty bitch because apparently I'm very flirty when I'm out, which I don't know about. I've never considered that about myself, other than I just like to talk to people and I say weird shit. I guess I tell dirty jokes. I guess. Yeah.
Tell me a dirty joke.
But not like dirty jokes. Like, oh, what's the one? Actually, there's one I saw on Twitter earlier that was fuck, not on Twitter. It was on that Reddit thread. I'm gonna steal a joke and I don't care if I can find it. It was something about what's the difference between 3 cocks and a joke. Oh, that's what it is. What's the difference between a joke and 3 cocks?
What?
My ex can't take a joke.
Oh, slut. Nice.
Not saying that about my ex because she was kind of terrible, but yeah.
Oh. But then wouldn't you be saying that about your ex?
No, but she wasn't like slutty in that way.
Oh.
She wasn't slutty at all.
So she was prude and terrible.
Yeah, a little bit.
Not the worst combination.
Would you like me to go? I'm going to just tell that fucking story right now. Let's just talk about my ex real fast.
Okay.
So we dated for 7 years, met on Tumblr, we're long distance for a year. She moved to LA. I moved in with her. We lived together for 6 years or so. Yeah, Steph, go away. That's fine. You've heard the story. And, you know, a long-term relationship, things happen like, you know, a lowering of the amount of sex you have is common, as with most people. But it became real droutish, like 6 months. And it would really only be if we went out and she was drinking. And so one night we go out and I leave early at like 12:30 or 1 in the morning because I'm going to go take care of the dogs. And she just stays out with her friends. And she comes home at, I don't even remember what time because she was just out all night. And I wake up in the morning and she's on the couch and I'm like, oh, hey, what's going on? And she starts crying and then she breaks up with me. Like that. Because she just doesn't want to be with me anymore. Like she just doesn't have feelings for me in that way anymore. Which I was mad about because I'm like, you could have just talked about this at any time, but I understand having to wait. And it was also super upsetting because it wasn't like there wasn't anything I could fix about that. It wasn't like you are a messy person or you did this or whatever. It was just like, oh, you just don't love me anymore. Well, I guess I'll be going.
Yeah. So it wasn't a conversation, which blows.
Yeah.
It's just
you're telling me and I'm gone. Yeah. And then I chaos magicked my apartment and was out within like 2 to 3 weeks, pretty much.
Fuck yeah.
The worst part about it was our mutual friends were getting married like a week after she broke up with me. And we were both in the wedding.
Oh.
So they had to like rearrange who was walking with who and then get me a separate room. So that put a damper on a wedding I was actually looking forward to because like these were my friends. Even before she was friends with them, I was friends with them. So like I was at the wedding and just like after my part walking and all that fucking ceremony bullshit ended, I was just fucking chain smoking. And then once the reception really fired up, I was like, I don't want to be here anymore. And I just fucking went back to the hotel and drank in the bar, passed out, woke up as early as I could and peaced out and started packing to move out.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was real fucking fun.
Yeah, that's fucking lame, dude. I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter because without that, I wouldn't have met Ghost Princess and be here.
Yay, that bitch, yay.
And then my life wouldn't be full of fucking weirdness and all you fucking weirdos.
Hi.
Actually, that's my own fault in the roundabout way because I'm the one that forced her to start streaming.
Oh, no shit?
Yeah. She told me that's like something she had done before and kind of wanted to do again. And so me and her roommate split her laptop that she uses to stream from. and that's how she started streaming again.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
How long have you been streaming?
My first stream was probably 5 years ago at this point.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Because
because like I said earlier, I know a bunch of people that were YouTubers at the time, and then were starting to do Twitch. And it was starting to get kind of popular, or like be a thing that more people were doing instead of YouTube. So I was like, hey, I have a gaming PC, and I was running an all-in-one PC, so I would play with them, and I went from 0 followers to 250 in like one stream because I did a fucked up Friday once, and then my ex didn't like it, and like it wasn't ever anything conducive that I could do without pissing her off or like getting that annoyed look from her. So I stopped, and then I started again. What is that, like a year and a half ago now? Pretty much a year ago.
Yeah, typically girlfriends don't like streamer boyfriends.
Yeah, unless you're making a bunch of money and that's your job.
Oh yeah, then they love it.
Yeah.
So yeah, money helps a lot.
Yeah.
Most things.
Oh, you're around all the time. Why are you playing fucking video games all the time? But that's the funny thing is, it wasn't like she didn't. I mean, she probably did care about me playing video games all the time, but I played video games a lot, so it's like, why would you care about me playing video games or streaming? Like basically the same thing, especially back then because it wasn't as like crazy as it is now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Your time gets divided, man. You're not paying attention to her. She
would be fucking sitting there doing her dumbass weaving shit anyway. It's gonna get real right now.
Yo, let's go. Let's fucking do it.
Yeah, she did fucking weaving, and I supported her in that. Like, I took photos for her and did all kinds of stuff, and then she would teach classes. She would teach classes in the apartment, and I'm like, I'm not gonna leave my apartment for you to teach these classes, so I'm just gonna sit here at my computer and play games while you teach your bullshit weaving fucking crap. She is basic. Like, if you think I'm basic, or if you think anyone else, no, she is fucking basic as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Why'd you date a basic girl? That was a good therapy session. Why'd you do that?
Basic. She wasn't basic when I started dating her. No one starts off basic. You turn slowly basic.
I don't know. Some people are born basic.
I mean,
I have some basic fucking people.
There are some fucking sorority girls that are being basic from birth.
Mm-hmm. No, you have to escape basic.
Yeah.
I guess we could all slip into it, but strong.
She does have, Ghost is right, she does have framed Britney Spears quotes.
Framed?
She has I think she found a piece of art that said, "My loneliness is killing me," and has that on her wall. And it's just text art. It's just like neon pink with blue text or something like that.
I hate it.
I hate it too.
Yeah, that's wrong.
The other way you can tell she's basic, her apartment now is full of plants.
What?
Yeah.
What? Mike, there's nothing wrong with plants.
There's nothing wrong with plants, but there's that white girl basic level of plants where like they all have names and that becomes your focus in life.
There's nothing wrong with naming your plants, Mikey. There's nothing.
What's your plant's name? What's your plant's name? Also, the green screen makes it look like you're just holding some sticks in a pot.
I know. Why are all the plants green? To be fair, this one doesn't have a name.
Okay. To be honest, though, I do need some green in my apartment. I just have been too lazy to actually do it. I'm very when it comes to certain things, I'm very specific about it. Like, I want a very specific thing, and until I can find it, I just won't get anything.
You have tattoos? Yeah, tattoos. How many tattoos do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All up in your upper body?
Yeah. I have... Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah. So I have one back here, which is... I hate to show now because the new Watchmen show has made it a racist symbol.
Oh.
It's a Watchmen tattoo that in Latin says "Who watches the Watchmen," and then below it is the Rorschach symbol, which is the like back-to-back R's with the dots. And now that Rorschach is a symbol of a white supremacist group called Silver Cavalry.
Unfortunate. Super unfortunate.
I love that fucking show, and I'm so pissed that they did that.
Fucking bummer.
But it's also a really kind of shitty tattoo, so it's starting to just like, and I'm a hairy dude, so like it's hard to see. And then I have my. Actually, speaking of here,
let's get it. Let's do it.
I'm been drinking enough. I'm warmer now. I have my. It's hard to see. It's hard to show that tattoo off. It says "Don't panic,"
Oh,
and
sick.
it's got a 42 in the middle of a carbon atom, like it's an accurate carbon atom. And then I got my Friday the 13th tattoo, which is 2 skulls making a heart. I have this other Friday the 13th tattoo. It's just a gravestone that says "I'm sorry."
I remember your bacon eggs one. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's a pizza skull with bacon crossbones and a donut halo.
Fucking sick. Love it.
And then I have my Mr. Burns coffee tattoo.
Yeah.
Which is one of my favorite. And then this was my first one. It's a really shitty Star Wars tattoo.
Oh, it's supposed to be the Jedi.
It's the Jedi Knight JK from the games at the wings from the new Jedi Order, and then combined, which they then actually ended up using it for the Force Unleashed games. Oh god. For like when your super meter is full. And yeah, that's all I got. So the Mr. Burns and the pizza one are done by Alex Strangler, who's a really good fucking tattoo artist. And she just does great colors and line work. I think the next step is I'm going to fill out my Hitchhiker's Guide tattoo with some more stuff in it. Either fill in with some like Starfield and put in some stuff from the books. Like I'll probably put a towel and a bowl of petunias and some other bullshit in there.
Fucking whale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got you.
I had a rad original idea and I just could never afford it. It's one of those things where, again, if I can't get it done in a couple sessions and have it like complete, then I didn't want to do it. Because I knew that if I started, I probably wouldn't finish. I wanted to do when it was only the original, when there was only 6 Star Wars movies. I wanted to do like synopsis versions of the yellow scrolling text and have it go like around my arm in a spiral, like to tell the story of all 6 movies.
Oh.
And then around it in a band would be like a pivotal scene from each movie.
Yeah,
so it would be like an entire Star Wars sleeve, and then it would end with up on my shoulder would be like an unfinished Death Star.
That sounds dope. Also, it sounds hella complicated and sounds like it takes
multiple
sessions.
Yeah. It's one of those things that's like it would have been a $5,000 tattoo probably.
Great in theory, but
yeah,
shit.
The other smaller one was I wanted to have Vader on one arm, Luke on the other with their lightsabers that would like wrap around. So when you put your arms together, it would look like the sabers were clashing.
Dueling? Fuck yeah.
That's a really fucking nerdy ass tattoo.
That's cool though.
It goes along with wanting to get the John Wick tattoo. Oh, not John Wick, the Constantine tattoo from the movie.
Okay.
Which is, by the way, Constantine is one of the best comic book movies of all time.
It's actually a pretty good movie. I agree with that. Yeah. It's been a long fucking time though.
Tilda Swinton, Keanu Reeves, Rachel Weisz, fucking what's his name plays Satan, Peter Stormare. It's so fucking good. God damn it, I'm gonna watch that again later now.
Is that your favorite Keanu Reeves movie?
I'm trying to think of all the Keanu Reeves movies that I've seen.
Scanner Darkly.
Scanner Darkly is really fucking good, but I haven't really rewatched it enough.
Good. It's the best.
I need to rewatch it again. I know I really fucking liked it when I saw it. But I don't know if that'd be my favorite. Constantine's really good. I'm sorry. The Lake House is my favorite Keanu Reeves movie.
When did that come out?
I don't know, fucking like 97, 99.
Yeah.
Well, maybe early 2000s. That's the one where it's him and Sandra Bullock and they send letters to each other through the mailbox.
06.
Or what's the one where he's like in Italy during World War II or 1 or whatever? Fuck. It's another fucking terrible rom-com, not even rom-com, just a romantic movie. I love Keanu Reeves' career is probably my favorite career of any actor. It's even more than like Robert Downey Jr. because he's been constant, and it's just been real fucking up and down.
What's your opinion of Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I mean, it's Arnold. Cool.
No, you're not excited?
I mean, he's a cool dude. He seems like I can't really.
He's a great man.
Yeah. Is he a great? I mean,
he's a great man.
He fucked the maid.
Yeah. You know what else he did? He came to a country, didn't speak the language, became Mr. Olympia. Was he happy with that? No.
He's a strong dude. There's a lot of strong dudes in the world.
Was he happy with that? No. Decided he wanted to become a movie star. Became the most fucking popular movie star. Was he happy with that? No. He married a Kennedy.
It's a Shriver, all right? Let's fucking bring it down a notch. It's not a fucking Kennedy, all right?
Pretty impressive.
Eventually, we'll all be related to the Kennedys. It's gonna be like what is it? It's like Genghis Khan.
Yeah. His son fucked Miley. What?
Yeah,
they fucked Miley, right?
Can they? Is that a shot? Do I have that shot?
I think so. I think you could do it. I think we could do it together.
Miley.
I think we could show up.
Yeah. We're gonna Eiffel Tower it. Eskimo Brothers, Tunnel Brothers. What's your? Hold on. Oh, nope. That's
no. There's another way. No, other way.
No, it's
you can't do it that way. Yes. Ah, she'd be underneath it.
I can't see it. I can't see.
Getting high.
Okay. Speaking of just fucking celebrities, you guys would be terrible Bang Bros. What does that mean?
I think we'd be great Bang Bros.
I think we would. Okay, well, first of all, do you prefer the term Eskimo Brothers or Tunnel Brothers?
Eskimo, I guess.
Okay, I like Tunnel Brothers. It's funnier. And then I have this interesting scale for celebrities, and I call certain celebrities achievable hot, where if I saw them at a bar, I'd have like a 50-50 chance at least.
Okay.
Like a long time ago, before she was a lesbian, or before she came out as lesbian, was Kristen Stewart. Achievable hot. Like if I saw Kristen Stewart at a bar, I would definitely go talk to her, and I would definitely have at least a 50-50 chance at that.
Maybe. I'm not gonna criticize your odds, but I don't know. I get what you're saying.
Don't okay boomer me, Reed. Fuck you. You're fucking older than me. I'm sorry, Google. I didn't mean to call you a boomer. I love you. No, don't talk to me. Bye.
How wrong he is on this. I'm just saying Kristen Stewart looks really fucking hot sometimes. Talking about that. Does. Have you seen that video of her from when she does a cover of Turning Japanese?
No. You mean she does a cover of?
Oh wait,
did I say of a song that's about having an orgasm?
Did I say Kristen? Wait, no, I'm wrong.
No,
is it right?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Yes, it is. Kirsten Dunst is who I was thinking of. Fuck.
Kiki. No, I have no chance with Kiki.
Okay.
No.
Kristen Dunst seems cool.
Ooh. Yeah. She dated fucking Rob Pattinson, and they went to a bar not far from here all the time. But they were known for just being gross because like they wouldn't shower and they would just smell bad, but they would just get hammered at this bar called Ye Rustic Inn all the time.
That's fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
That's the other thing about living in LA is you will run into celebrities. It's true. Like when I met ScarJo. Oh, that's the truest. That's my top tier celebrity crush.
Really?
Yeah.
Like Scarlett Johansson?
Sorry, it's been years now.
Just like those white blonde girls?
I guess. She had short hair for a while. It looked fucking great. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I know what you like.
I also have a thing for short hair. That's my poison.
And midgets, apparently. That's crazy.
Midgets?
Yeah.
Steph's not a midget. 4'11" is a midget. She's taller than 4'11".
Was she like 4'12"?
5'1".
That's
try to
skirting the edge.
I'm edging all day, bro.
She's like, that's technically 4'13", all right.
Oh god, yeah. short hair is definitely like my weird thing that I didn't realize was a thing until I was in my 20s. I was like, well, Pop likes short hair. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's just.
So, what are your favorite celebrity crushes? Scarlett Johansson.
I always forget some. I was really into Jennifer Lawrence for a little bit, but nah, I don't care right now. My favorite, I like to combine them into one because they're my favorite human centipede name. It's Allison Brie Larson. So Allison Brie and Brie Larson are both great.
Yeah, I got that.
Who else? Steph, you have to help with this because I talk about it all the time.
All right, I'm gonna throw one at you right now.
Okay.
Gwyneth Paltrow and Royal Tenenbaums.
No.
No.
In Royal Tenenbaums, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Outside of that, no.
That's fine. That's completely understandable.
Emma Watson for a short time. I mean, still probably could get it if you wanted it. Especially when she really sealed it when she had short hair and was in Perks of Being a Wallflower, because as an emo kid, that book meant a lot to me. I'm trying to think of who else. I mean, basically any female from the Scott Pilgrim movie. So Aubrey Plaza, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and Anna Kendrick.
Mike, what's the most punk rock thing you've ever done?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not that punk rock.
Really? You seem pretty punk rock.
I don't know what would be punk rock for me to do. Like
something edgy.
I've eaten different animal testicles before.
Yo, it's punk rock as shit.
Yeah, I guess I did it for a video series. I don't know. I've never done anything fucking extreme like that. Like fought the police or like gone to a rally.
No?
Like, yeah. I've never gone to a rally before. I've probably accidentally walked into one, but I've never like gone to attend one with a sign.
I mean, you don't need a sign, but you gotta at least go to one rally. At least do it up.
There's a lot of it's the people situation. There's so many people, and then like parking, and like how am I gonna get down there?
Parking.
I don't want to fucking deal with that.
I'm gonna support the cause, but like logistically,
I'll support financially and online.
Mm-hmm.
Like my Amazon Smile is set up for that's a real oxymoron to say. My Amazon Smile set up for Planned Parenthood LA.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Mine was for Duncan Trussell for a while. Cause
I remember that day. That was sad when he died. Or was it Trussell that died?
No, Doc. Who are you thinking about?
Who's the comedian that died that wrote for Parks and Rec? Harris Whittles. That's what I'm thinking of.
Sorry to hear that. Peace, Harris.
Was a big day. He was a cool dude.
I don't know who he is.
Well, fucking educate yourself, and I'll educate myself too.
Sorry. When did Simpsons stop being good?
Season. Well, here's the thing. It never stopped being good. It stopped being consistently good. Because there are moments in later seasons that are good, but it stopped being consistently good around season probably 10.
Yep, completely agree. Yep.
Yeah.
That's sad. Who's your favorite Simpsons character?
Mo.
Oh, no shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I need to put this on a jacket. I have this patch, and I have it in pin form as well.
That's sick. That's so cool.
And Mo, I just love the quote of just like, I've been called fugly, pugly, pug fugly, but never ugly. Like, it's just something so nice about Mo, because he's just such an hatred-filled person, but he's so good at the same time.
He's sincerely terrible.
Yeah. He has to go break up them fucking trying to sell an orca in the back. The gambling. God damn it. Best damn pet shop in town. That's my Simpsons might also be my nerdiest thing, is because to the point where people at work yell at me about it, is I can and will relate almost anything to The Simpsons. And if I can't, it's probably something I don't care about.
Simpsons already did it. They did
Simpsons
everything.
already did it. 100%. Who's doing heroin? And also indie? Yes. Claws out. I gotta go to work tomorrow, so I need to not die. I'm going to pause for a second and turn my... Oh, I don't have to turn it off. I'm gonna go pee real fast.
That's awesome. I'm also gonna pee. Fuck everyone else. See you on hell.
Fuck everyone. Deal with it, alright? I'm still gonna have the headphones on, though. It's gonna be weird.
Yeah, I was really sorry about the See You on Hell stuff. Don't know what came over me. Just kind of a passionate moment. Shit. That's fucking frightening.
I know. God damn it. Close this away. I mean, yeah, normally my camera doesn't point at my bathroom and bedroom. It's normally pointed into the kitchen living room. Party in G-Tech's bathroom? What the fuck?
Fuck yeah. I remember G-Tech's bathroom.
I don't remember G-Tech's bathroom. I didn't get to see it.
Yo, I saw it twice. No, I saw it more than twice, actually. Yeah, it's pretty fucking lit, dog.
Just full of disco lights.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like condoms drop from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, 100%.
Can you, like, the instead of like a poopery or matches, you just like spark a joint or something in there.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, shit dropped from the ceiling, but mostly because there was like a hole in the ceiling.
Oh, I mean, whatever. We've all had problems like that.
But it's a party time hole, so like, how could you be mad? It was wonderful.
Yeah, if you see a hole, you got to stick your dick in it just to see what'll happen.
Yeah.
You never know what's on the other side.
Yeah, it's called herpes.
Herpes schmerpes.
No. No.
God damn it. Have you gone through the questions that Ghost told you to ask me yet?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I'd have to pull up my... You want that?
You have to tell me what they are because I'd like to know what she told you.
Told me a lot of things. Dirty things.
I mean, that's fine.
Let's find him. Okay, she wants to know about your 10 sexy toes.
Oh, god damn it. Well, first of all, that was just something I said randomly while we were in Hawaii, and I don't know why. I don't know what it was, but I do know that she had a dream the other night where I tried to insert my foot into her in a sexual way. She has really terrible dreams about me, and I don't know why.
Is that not a normal thing to do?
Normal for us? No. Normal for someone else? Maybe. I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to kink shame. But I've never tried to insert a digit from the foot area.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm surprised by that, Mikey. You look like some
not
guy.
Into feet.
You look like
not into feet.
But it's your
whatsoever.
feet. It's your feet. Who cares?
Doesn't matter. I'm a person that treats my feet immaculately. Like I always wear shoes. I like always have my shoes on, and it's really hard for me to have even just socks on, even in my own apartment. I'm starting to try to like get used to that again, or in the first place. But because of that, my feet are they look pretty good. They're not like all calloused up or anything. But yeah, I'm not into feet in any way whatsoever. I've never looked at a woman's foot and been like, oh, I'm gonna fuck that foot. Yeah, not into it.
Yeah, but if like someone asked you, like, Mikey, please stick your feet in my body, please, Mikey.
No, I don't even know if I would do. I would.
No?
I mean, I want to have a conversation about it first.
Oh, you're one of those. You want to talk?
Yeah, and be like, hey, you want me to stick my foot in there? Cool.
Mikey,
is that the normal thing? Do you want to explore? Like, what's going on here?
Mikey, you're Italian. You're supposed to be passionate. You're not supposed to ask questions.
I am passionate.
You want the foot? Want the foot?
The only foot that I want is from TMNT. Thank you very much. I want the Foot Clan. Oh, feet, no. Oh. Yeah, not a fan. Seth and Becky are not into feet stuff, Steph. They might be, actually. Oh. They're just having weird wrestler sex. I don't like that idea at all.
And for another ghost question.
Look him up. I'm going to grab another White Claw.
Oh, I got one.
You bitch, you basic fuck.
I don't like imagine their sex. What, I mean Mikey's sex? I mean, I think we'd look pretty good.
I'm pretty sure if JT and I set up a Chatterbait channel with both of us, we would be top of that fucking site.
Oh hell yeah! I have no idea how Chatterbait works, but I'm pretty sure we'd just get that we'd own the site after a while. Yeah. Pretty sure that's how it happens.
You got a hairy, kind of soft, chubby dude in JT.
How hairy is your chest, Mikey?
Can I show that on stream?
Oh yeah, you can.
I mean, if you can see past,
all right.
The taco meat is there, and it goes all the way down.
Oh, does it now? Oh yeah. Shit!
It's not. I'm not. Robin Williams dense. Like he had some fucking dense fucking body hair, but it's there. It's there. It's soft.
Do you shave your pubes in a pattern?
No, I trim them down.
Okay.
If I shaved anything, it would look weird because you would be like it would look like when they like deforest a section of the Amazon, you'd be like, look at all this forest, and then what's that bald spot? And then look at the rest of the forest, kind of thing.
What's with that weird heart in the middle of the forest?
Come on, I'm gonna put a heart. I put like a lightning bolt or something cool.
Yeah, fucking do it. It's a gift to your lover.
I'd put the Rebel Alliance logo.
Yeah.
My dick be in the middle of it.
Yeah, let me just. Oh shit. Oh, maybe you should.
I gotta go. Can we cut this off? I got things I gotta finish up.
And the second part of the stream where we both shave. Rebel, yeah. Ghost Princess would like to know why you super liked every girl on Tinder.
Oh, I didn't super like every girl on Tinder.
Did you?
That's the thing. No, I didn't. I mean, here's the thing. Okay, we're gonna talk. She said something about like my Tinder details. So when I became single, I was like, I'm gonna hop on Tinder because that's what seems to be the only way to meet people because I'm not good at bars. In that way, I can't. Every girl I've ever hit on at a bar has ended up being a lesbian. Like was a lesbian at the time. Not ended up being because like I disgusted them into it. Because clearly I like short hair, and short hair is a real fucking flip of the coin, man. So I got Tinder, and I was 33 at the time, so I felt really old in the first place being on there, and I had friends who had been on there, and they were like, "Dude, there's this app that you can download that will just like automatically swipe right on like 500 girls at a time. So, and then if you match, it may like, you just fucking quantity over quality, bro." And I'm like, I don't want to sign up for that game. So I paid for Tinder Premium, which was like $10 a month. And because I'm like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna fucking do it. And so that gave me unlimited super likes. So I would like a normal amount of girls, like if I thought they were attractive or their bios were interesting or whatever. And then I would super like the ones that I really kind of wanted to try to talk to.
Fuck. Oh yeah.
Yeah, fuck, of course. And so, I mean, and Ghost was one of them. Yeah. And then we went on our first date, and I thought she didn't like me at all because she left early. And she can tell me all the excuses about like having to work the next day or something, but I'll still won't believe her. And then she hates me for that first day because I didn't walk her back to her car, which was down a dark street. But I'm like, all right.
That's like on you to get murdered, Ghost. Why'd you park down a dark street?
Yeah. In a neighborhood that we both knew that was like, pretty okay. And it wasn't even late because she had to leave early. It was like 10. And yeah, exactly.
Don't park on Murder Street. Duh.
It's labeled for a purpose. Murder Avenue is not for parking. It's for murdering. It's like Makeout Point. They don't call it that because you just go there. But I think before I met her on there, I had like 3 dates beforehand. So I wasn't on it for very long. It was like I was single for 6-ish months, I think. About there.
What was your first date idea with Ghost?
I mean, we just went and met at a bar. I followed the rules of safety where it's like meet in a public place and tell your friends where you're going. Both man and woman should do the same. Because there's some crazy bitches out there and they'll fucking fuck with you. The weirdest one was definitely the 25-year-old.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. I mean, that was just very weird. Like, we we hung out for 3 weeks, and it was basically, she would come over on Sundays, we would watch Game of Thrones and eat food, and then bone, and she would leave.
Great.
That was it.
Dope.
I was like, okay. And then we just kind of ended up ghosting each other, essentially. Like, just stopped talking after like 3 or 4 weeks.
I thought that would end terrible. That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, that was good. That was just like, I don't remember her name. She is just the 25-year-old.
That's a great exchange, though.
Yeah.
Damn. Best trade deal I've ever seen.
There was a girl who, oh my God. There was a girl I met. She was a tattoo artist, which I'm like, that's cool. I'll get some free tattoos out of this, maybe. We went on one date, and she made out, like making out terribly. Where this is my mouth, this is her mouth. Going into kiss, and she went fully wide.
Yo.
And I was like, I guess I'm doing this. And then we're just making this, and then just the tongues is, I don't know what's going on. It was fucking terrible.
Is that not how you make out? I'm pretty sure that's
not.
That's like a big.
Nope. That is not how you make out. That is how you get to the bottom of a jar of marshmallow fluff or peanut butter.
That sounds kinky as fuck. I don't know. It sounds like a missed opportunity to me.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe if I pursued it, I would have gotten some weird butt stuff done.
You could have got marshmallow mouth, man.
Oh man, remember all those weird things that people would talk about in like high school, right out of like, girls got to give you a blowjob with an ice cube in her mouth, or like while she's chewing a mint. Like, why? I don't know. Thank you. How about I just get a blowjob? How about that's my goal, is to just get a blowjob?
No,
let's get to step one first.
When I was in high school, they would just say, "Yo, bro, gotta sit in your hand and then use that to masturbate because it's like someone else is doing it to you." Like, whoa!
I never did that. Never did that.
You never tried it?
Wait, what?
You never tried it?
No, I never tried it.
Maybe.
You know why? Plain old jerking off is great for me. Maybe you turn the hand around.
Yeah.
Maybe that.
Yeah.
Maybe that action.
Yeah.
But that's about this fancy.
Maybe like underneath the leg sometimes, you know, just
underneath the leg. What? I don't want to get a cramp while I'm trying to jerk off here. I'm just trying to like.
All right, old man.
Get out the door real fast.
You gotta romanticize it sometimes. JT, you lonely man. You ever buy yourself like flowers before a good session?
No. The most prep I do is get a couple tabs of them with different videos and then fucking get through them. It's really disappointing.
Light some candles sometimes. How many tabs do you open when you masturbate?
It depends. Sometimes it depends on, what point of the week it is, because, the new videos kind of get, you get the new most viewed, and I go by most viewed. Mm-hmm. New most viewed will kind of get, at the start of the week, it's a little mixed bag. End of the week, pretty solid selection. So it can be anywhere from like 5 to 15.
Right. Usually you go through all of them, you think?
It depends. It depends. Sometimes you know what you really want, so you just get like 2 to 3 videos. You're like, I know what I need to get this done. I'm gonna get it done right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then that's about it. And then sometimes the fun game is you open a couple of tabs, you find a video that's good. You're like, I like this guy's style, I like this person's style. So you click on their profile and see what else they have uploaded and or favorited, and then go from there. Do you have? I'm gonna ask you this, and I'll answer. Do you have a preferred porn site?
You're asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, for sure.
Are you gonna tell us?
Kind of feel shy about this right now.
All right.
I mean, it's like it's either Pornhub or like XNXX.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you got?
Pornhub is a secondary. I prefer. Yes. Wait, Reed. God damn it! I actually hate that me and Reed have working off of the same place I am. Yeah, X Hamster is a pretty fucking solid place. I don't even know how I found it, but it's a pretty fucking solid site. God damn it! There was a site for a while called Fantastasy, which FANSTAI.cc, and it was great because it would aggregate all the tube sites into one, so you could search Pornhub and XTube and XHamster, like all the different ones into one place, and then go from there. It was so fucking. It was like the Google of porn. Oh, I miss it. No, Reed, it's not that I hate it. It's just weird to know that like the one porn site that you think is special, there's someone else. I mean, I know there's someone else that's seen it, but like someone that you know. It's like when you find. It's like the thought of when people used to talk about like passing around Playboys and porno mags. It's like, here's something that I have definitely jerked off to for you to jerk off on. Like, I don't need that. They don't give me a DVD where I know that you finished while watching. Oh, I will say this. I think every dude has like a seminal phrasing porn moment in their life where either they found something that was really up there, or like for me, because it was kind of early days of internet, like you got something that was like really good that you didn't think anyone else had. And one time so in my parents' house, my room had the mail slot actually went into my room. So I got all the mail into my room. And the people who lived at my same address, but south instead of north, they got a Playboy delivered, and it got delivered right into my room. And it was a holiday issue, and it was with Carmen Electra. And I was like, oh, what is this magazine? And I opened it because it was like sealed in plastic, and I just looked at it like it was a fucking holy grail, just being like, this is a Playboy. This is free porn I just got. This Carmen Electra's tits are right there. Rad. Put it underneath, close it, and be like, okay, that's for later. And then I was a fucking sad nerd at one point where I used to go to 7-Eleven and buy Arizona green tea and a Stuff and or Maxim magazine. Oof. And like take that to go.
God.
Yeah.
What age was that?
That would have been like senior year of high school, probably.
See, that's the thing. That's
17, 18.
My senior high school, internet fucking it's happening. Like, I had to deal with some dial-up shit, and I understand the struggle, but like, I didn't have to resort to that kind of temptation.
Yeah, no, I had to deal with like the photos loading line by line and being like, is there a glint of, and I'm done. I can't even get to the full tit yet. All right. Well, yeah. I'm going to clean up this mess. And
is that a nipple?
Just the thought of it.
Oh, it was a mole. Whatever.
I thought it was a little high for a nipple. Maybe it's a third nipple.
We'll never know. Close.
Wow. Ghost, really? You wouldn't have fucked me in high school? You've told me different from photos I've sent you.
Ooh woo.
Ooh woo.
When was the last time you didn't have a beard?
That would have been, I was in my early 20s, so probably like 22, 23. It was really short. I had a goatee for a while, and then I just let that grow out into a beard. And then, actually, 2000, I have to look at the photos. It was either 2007 or 2008. Because I shaved my beard and left just a mustache for Halloween because I was 1970s middle long distance runner Stephen Prefontaine for Halloween, which is a reference that no one gets. So if you do, thank you. And then I shaved the mustache and then went from there. So, but then since then, I haven't shaved. I've used to shave it kind of shorter, and then I just let it get longer and longer.
Do you have an end goal?
I used to want it to just get really long, but I think just keeping it this length is really the only thing I want to do.
You ever thought about braiding?
I've had my beard braided before. It's not fun. Huh? I don't like it. I did buy one of those heated brushes that will straighten it, but it doesn't. You already have to have your beard dry already, and I already use a blow dryer every morning because if I don't do that, you see the length it is right now. Like it's right here.
Right.
If I don't blow dry it in the morning, it gets to be up to here and just super curly and nasty.
Yeah.
They're basically face pubes.
Do you have a super curly hair?
No, not super curly. Like it can get pretty long, but it starts to get like a wave in it.
Yeah.
And like in high school, if I grew it out, I would have like a soft Jew fro is how I would call it.
Yeah, I think you have my shit. I think we got the same shit.
Like it just doesn't look good. I'd have to grow it really long for it to be anything.
That's what I want to be in right now.
Because I can't get past that middle stage.
There's a lot of middle stage. That's the biggest problem. It's like a year of middle stage.
Nope.
Is that like a Sicilian thing, like Jufro?
It might be.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like to keep it short, and because all I want to do is just get out of the shower, dry it, and it's done.
Yeah.
I don't want to care about it because I already have to spend time here. And this gets me more than anything.
How much time do you spend on your beard every morning?
If I just blow dry it, it's only like 2 or 3 minutes. But if I blow dry it and then put the leave-in conditioner or an oil or something, and then I have to brush it and all that, it's probably a 5 to 10.
Okay. Any tips for avid beard growers out there?
If you're growing, I suggest using a light oil, or the best thing that I use that actually smells really great and ladies like is Lush R&B, which is just a leave-in conditioner that's supposed to be for your hair, but it works for your beard as well. And then I also have a Layrite is the brand beard oil, which is like a gel kind of, and you can heat it up and put it in, and it smells like vanilla. And then I use either Cremo or any kind of light beard wash after like 2 or 3 days. And then but Kalamazoo is what Lush makes, which I also like to use. It's got pineapple in it and shit. But yeah, I don't wash it every day because like my head hair, don't wash it every day because you want the natural oils to get in there. Get a wood here, actually. Hold on. Cremo makes this. It's expensive, but you can probably find a cheaper version. But it's just a wood comb. You know, bigger bristles on one side, fine on the other. It's got a good sound. There we go. Little ASMR beard. But this will the wood actually helps transfer the oils through. So if you like do a little put your shit in, comb it. I comb it up to get underneath, and then I switch and do the finer side, and that gets all the tangles out, and then it'll get all the whatever you put in there kind of spread evenly through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
then the blow drying is key, at least for me, because I have curly hair, so that it'll kind of give it some length and keep it detangled as well.
Okay. Have you ever thought about doing like a beard ASMR stream?
I mean, I don't know what that would be. Just me combing my beard for an hour?
You get
rubbing it on the microphone? Just like...
Yeah, but harder.
Yeah, I'd have to get one of those like diurnal mics and be like, oh, yes. Now you're rubbing the left side and the right side. Like, oh, yes.
On it. Saying you should do it. Putting it out there.
Oh, fine. Just take the pop guard off my mic and go to town. Ooh, I'll get a second mic. I'll get a beard mic and a regular mic.
Because when you were combing your beard, I was already, I was getting a little bit tingly.
A little half chub there?
Kind of feeling it, half. Are we doing fractions?
Yeah, you gotta get a half chub sometimes.
I'm feeling whole numbers right now, buddy.
Well, right now, that's fine. A solid half chub is a good thing to have. It'll fill you out, in the pantaloons region. Let them know that you're interested, but also not as weird as like having a full hard on.
I don't know. I think I'm more of a 0-1 kind of guy. I like that. I like that code.
You're a real, you're a real binary.
I know.
Either I'm soft or I'm hard. All right, one is on and one is off. You figure out which is which.
Yeah, wait till I tell you about quantum computing of my dick.
Is that where the balls end up being above your dick?
That's the imaginary. Yeah. Is it on or off? It's both. What does that mean?
It's 0-1-0.
It means we're having fun.
Oh my god, my biggest fear for a long time was after watching the Venture Brothers episode about torsion, and it still perks up every once in a while. I had the biggest fear of my balls just spinning and getting twisted.
Oh, the testicular torsion? No,
yeah,
dog.
That scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, it should. It should scare everyone.
Well, okay, so no one knows this other than Steph. I have a partial hernia.
Okay.
And I've gone to the doctor for it, and he's like, it's not bad enough where we have to do surgery, and if it's not bothering you, then we don't have to worry about it. And since I lost weight, it's actually been much more manageable and better. But that's the thing that also terrifies the shit out of me.
So that's the gut lining, correct? So your guts can spill into
my balls.
Yep.
Essentially. Because we're all born as ladies. Think about that one, men. And then what our ovaries come through that lining and become your balls, your manhood. And then your vagina goes floop and you get a dick. But that break in your fucking abdomen basically is a scar that you have since birth that can be weak. And then if it tears, everything comes pouring out of it. It can be genetic as well. Like my dad had a hernia, and so like that tear can be weaker in other people.
That's pretty terrible.
Yeah, it is. It's like it basically means that I can never do like crazy powerlifting.
Yeah, I would not advise that you try that.
Yeah, that's why I only ever do just my dumbbell workouts and just like I'll keep it fine. I was afraid to do squats for a while. And then I finally was like, I can do it. This is okay.
How often do you work out?
Well, up until a couple weeks ago, I usually do it. If I'm on my routine, it's 3 times a week. It's Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, or Saturdays, depending on what happens on Friday nights. And that's the routine I did really when I got single, and I was like, I got to get hot again. Because I had always been about like the 170 to 190 range, but by the end of that 7-year relationship, I was like pushing 195, 200. And I'm not a tall dude. I'm only 5'10", so like that's a lot of weight to have. And then I just started working out and eating differently. Really, what also helped was this was even before I was doing intermittent fasting. I did when I was living with someone, I would cook, but I was cooking for 2 and then eating for like 1.5, and she would have the half because she was on a diet. And so I just was eating a lot of calories and not doing a bunch of work or any working out whatsoever. And now I eat a lot better-ish, and then work out.
Do you think just meal timing activity really helped
that
most?
Intermittent fasting and even just a slight workout, which I was still only doing like 3 days a week, and I dropped like 40 pounds.
How often were you doing IF?
Every day. It's just I do the 16-8.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that's the easiest one. It fits into my schedule really well. I'm not a breakfast person and never really have been, so like I don't miss that whatsoever. I only ever really drink black cold brew in the morning, and that's got 0 calories in it. And yeah.
Yeah, shit. Did that for a while, and by doing that for a while, I mean I still do it. So
yeah, intermittent fasting I think is great. I think everyone should do it because not just for weight loss purposes, but just to like understand your body more.
Be aware. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the big thing is just learning when you're actually hungry versus mentally hungry.
Right.
Like I can snack all fucking goddamn day if I really wanted to, but I don't need to.
Exactly. Is that a cum shot? Ron?
Where?
Mace paint my ass.
God. Is it a cum shot?
Pretty sure it's a cum shot.
I like it. Also, 5'10" is not tall. 5'10" is average.
If you're not 6 foot tall, you're a fucking manlet. How many people that just piss off?
I am taller. I am taller than my dad. So that's fine.
That's cool.
And I'm taller than most people in my family. I'm on the taller side, but sadly not 6 foot.
I'm 6'1", Ghost, you little tiny ass bitch.
She is a midget.
She is a midget! I told you! 100%. I'm being jelly right now.
It's nice to date someone very short. I've usually dated people that are like close to my height. And it's nice to be like, oh, you only come to here. Oh. It makes hugs easier because then you can just do it instead of having to be like, are you going? You going that way? I'm going this way. Okay.
Yeah. Also, it makes choking him out really easy. Yeah, it's like not hard at all.
I haven't tried to force choke and lift her yet. Looking forward to that one.
I'm the tallest motherfucker on the planet to everyone in chat.
I mean, G-Tech is the tallest.
That's true. Excuse me.
G-Tech is what, like 6'5"? I feel like.
I'm gonna assume 6'4".
6'4"?
6'4". I'm doubling down.
Jordan's
6'4".
also pretty fucking tall.
Jordan is also 6'4".
True.
I'm pretty sure they're the exact same height. 6'3".
Yeah. 6'3". Same difference. It's all the fucking same. Once you're past 6 foot, no one fucking cares.
Jordan doesn't know anyway. It's British numbers. Who gives a shit?
Jordan's 3.4 meters. I think it's like 9 foot. 2 meters, I guess.
Probably counting his beard. Doesn't even fucking count.
Doesn't count anymore. It looks like trash.
Gross.
But then everyone else is pretty much my height, the average. That's still like one of my favorite current memes is just anyone that shares what girls think. Like here's the actual difference between 6 foot and 5'10", and then here's the girls' version of it.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I'm pretty much eye to eye with you. Man, I love black cherry, even though it tastes like medicine. So good. Wait, Reed's only 5'8"? That doesn't make sense. I feel like you were taller than me, Reed.
Nah. That sounds about right.
The same height? I guess so. Right. I think that is my favorite part about meeting people from online / content creators is because there's no sense for height online whatsoever. Like, in theory, you could be fucking 5'2" or 4'5". I wouldn't know. Especially if you're using a green screen, there's no perspective kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then you meet someone, you're like, oh dear God, okay.
Yeah, I just kind of assume that every streamer is like 5'4". Because I feel like it's what people do for me as well. Like
most celebrities are like 5'5", 5'4".
Yeah, Tom Cruise is only like 4'2" or something. It's crazy.
He fits in your pocket.
Movie magic is insane nowadays.
that just makes me think of a Simpsons joke, which is when they're filming the Radioactive Man movie, and they're painting the horses to look like cows, and they're like, "Why are you doing that?" It's like, because cows don't look like cows on film. It's like, okay, I think.
What is your favorite Simpsons episode?
Oh, singular episode? Shit, that's a really hard one.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't even know the name of it. It's the chili cook-off one with the "Find your soulmate, Homer."
Oh yeah, where he trips his balls off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a really good one. The one, no, that might be it. Yeah, I can't think of any that are just like I've been rewatching them on Disney Plus, so it's like bringing fresher ones into my mind. Monorail is pretty fucking good.
agreed.
Fuck.
What about like favorite like Treehouse?
My favorite Treehouse is season 4. What happens? Wait, I just watched it. What happens in that one? That's where they have the zombie one, where it's just like they find the Necronomicon and bring back zombies, and that's got the fucking solid joke of brains, and they knock on Homer's head and they go brains and like walk away, and then he shoots Zombie Flanders. He's like, he was a zombie, like, that's it. And that's also got the whole that's got the evil Krusty the Clown doll in it with the whole
yeah, fucking love that one.
like I have that. Well, so first of all, I have that doll. So I have a Krusty the Clown doll that you can pull the string on, and you can actually flip a switch on the back from good to evil, and he'll say the different lines.
Fucking cursed.
But it has that whole line of Frogurt, and it's like, oh, Frogurt, gross, but it's got this. Ooh, okay, that's also cursed. It's like, that's just a great little fucking snippet of that episode. But all the Treehouse Horrors are really fucking good. Like when they do the Nightmare on Elm Street one, like ripoff is really good with Groundskeeper Willie. Lousy Smarch Weather.
I like the one where the teachers are eating all the students.
Yes.
Yeah. That one's really good.
Martin Prince, come to the office. Oh god.
I also like the time travel one with Homer.
Time travel is fucking solid.
Yep.
And then the one with Kodos and Kang when they run for president. I voted for Kang. And then what's the one that oh shit.
As a kid, I obsessed over the one where it's like Homer goes into the wall. Like,
yes,
comes
the
into
3D
our universe.
one.
Yeah.
Well, that was a big episode only because of like 3D animation at the time. That was before Pixar pretty much. That's also got episode that's got jokes in it that you don't fully understand because he comes into our world at the very end and he's like, ooh, erotic cakes. And you're like, I don't know what the fuck erotic cakes are. As a kid. You don't learn what the word erotic means for a while unless you're in a weird household.
Why do you like Satan so much?
It's not that I like Satan so much. I mean, he seems like a cool dude. It's just a very like anti-disestablishmentarianism point of view, where it's like if everyone's gonna love God, I'm just gonna love Satan. It's just like the Church of Satan isn't a. It's not. They don't worship Satan. They're atheists, and they just use Satan and Satanism as like a vehicle for that. So that's why.
Do you like Levine's Satanism?
Yeah, I mean, as the easily acceptable and understandable version of Satanism, yes. Because it's very much just like, do your own thing, just don't fucking hurt other people, and live your life that way. Boiled down. So, and that's what I believe in. And when I said I don't believe in like religion and stuff like that, I don't. Even though I did say earlier that I chaos magicked my apartment, which is like believing in something. But chaos magic in general isn't about magic. It's so much about just like putting your focus on something, and then working towards that goal. That's all it is.
I guess I only know like the Warhammer version of that.
Oh god damn it.
Where it's like an orc makes an engine, like writes on a piece of paper engine and puts it in a ship, and then all of a sudden the fucking ship works. As long as you believe in it.
That's like, yeah, that is pretty much a Warhammer. Yeah, that's like 50% there. So it's just like, I want an apartment, right? Actually, I'll just tell the story about how I got my apartment. I wanted this apartment, and I needed a new apartment because I had gotten dumped. So I was looking for a place, and I saw this place come up, and I applied for it, and I came for a viewing, and I gave them my application. And instead of just giving them my application and being like, whatever happens, happens, bro, I actively thought about it and was like, you're going to get that apartment. It's going to be fucking great. And you're going to do this. And like thought about it. And then when they gave me a call and they were like, hey, you're on the list to get the apartment, but we're actually raising the price by X amount of dollars. Are you okay with that? And I was like, I worked out in my head real fast. I was like, yes, I'm okay with that. And they're like, cool, we'll let you know in a couple days. And I guess they called everyone else. And then boom, after a couple days, I got the place. So it was just like doing what I could doing all that I could on my end to make it happen. And that's what it's really all about. It's about putting your focus into something and not just being like, oh, I really want to get a raise at work. Well, I hope I get a raise, and then doing whatever. It's about, I really want to get a raise at work. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and this and this and that and that and this. And then, hey, you get a raise at work, because you still have to like put the work into it. It's not just you say, oh, Satan, please make me. Like, you can't wish for dumb things like having a bigger dick, because like you can, I guess, and then you go get surgery for it, but you can't just do it. Like, you can't just be like, let Satan take the wheel kind of thing.
Yeah, putting your faith in a higher power is really great. Except for like devaluing your own like self-worth. It's a shame. It's like, I did so well because someone out there was doing it for me. It's like, no, you fucking earned it. Like, you put a lot of effort into it. You should acknowledge your great works.
Exactly. I mean, that's with all of that. It's like whenever any sports team is like, I want to thank Jesus for this. It's like, why? You're the one that fucking played the game all season and, practiced, put hundreds of thousands of hours in practice and did all that. Like, give yourself the fucking credit for what you did.
Do you like Sam Harris?
I have no idea who that is.
Sam Harris is a philosopher / neurosurgeon / psychologist, but basically he has this kind of like fate-based theory of life that doesn't coincide with religion, kind of talking about like biopsychosocial basis for humanity, where it's like, because of your genetics and because of the society you're born into and the culture that you were raised within, you were fated to do everything you're going to do, because if anyone else is born in that circumstance, they would have to do the same thing, because it's a line that it just everything coincides.
I get that. I mean, it yes and no. I believe it. I understand and kind of believe in that a little bit. Because if that was 100% true, then there wouldn't be any success stories in life, like where people are overcoming adversity.
But it's like, you're fated to be successful.
But you're fated to overcome it. I see that. I have a hard time.
It's like, here's an example. With Donald Trump. If you were born with his genetics, with his crazy family, in his socioeconomic class, you would, no matter what, Donald Trump's going to become Donald Trump. Like, you're going to become Mikey, I'm going to become JT.
Frank Grimes is going to become Frank Grimes. I mean,
but I can't avoid who you are and how you react to things.
But that leads into a lot of problems with race, I feel like, because most of the people you mentioned were white. Okay. Like, it leads into like a big problem of, I mean, not even race as in black and white, but race as in like Western European, Eastern European, Asian. Like, you're only going to do those things. And I mean, you have to allow some room for people to break the mold. So maybe you could say, yes, they're fated to break the mold in that way, but I don't think it's as simple as that. I don't think you can just say you're like, if it's, I don't know. I don't want it to be as simple as that, as like you're fated to be that person or fated to end up that way. It feels like a cop out. It feels like it means like no matter how much work you put into something or how little work you put into something, it's still going to end up that way.
Mm-hmm.
And then drawing it all back to like, well, you're fated to put in that little of work and still become a CEO of a company, or you're fated to put in that much work and still end up working at McDonald's. I'm
not saying I'm not saying it's fair, but you are what you are. I mean, genetics and race coincide, so
yeah. I don't know. I feel like the human spirit is above and beyond that a little bit, and I mean spirit as in just like animalistic drive. In general, I don't like to think that anything is outside of your control whatsoever. Like if I wanted to be a CEO of a company, I can do that. If I wanted to just be a homeless person and live on the street, I can do that. If I want like anything I want to do, I can do. It's other than very skill-based activities. Even then, I could do it. It may not be as good as others, but I could still do it. Like if I wanted to play football, I may not ever be to the level to be able to play in the NFL, but I could still play football. If I wanted to play piano, I can still play piano. I won't be a fucking pianist and be in like the fucking New York Symphony or whatever, but I can still do it. Like I feel like that theory is limits you too much.
You can do whatever you want, but your desires or wants come from your psychology, which is developed through your entire life cycle, which is completely based upon your genetics. So your desires are just who you are and how you react to them and how you
that's
go
not
through
fate,
them.
then that's just evolution. That's just evolutionary boiling downage, essentially.
I mean,
Like
there's an argument for evolution being fate-based, kind of like how we give birth to like the next version of evolution, i.e. like synthetic life and artificial intelligence. We are the womb that gives birth to the robot overlords that, you know, we praise and worship.
Yeah.
They're the best.
I, for one, love our robot overlords.
I mean, it's basically just like a top-down look of it.
Yeah.
Not necessarily right, but
I think I like it. I just don't like the use of the term fate. I think that's the one hang up I have. I think that is a term that might fit for what it is, but the way that people currently perceive what the term fate means it's going to skew it too much in their minds.
Yeah. It's just having a non-religious version of fate is really compelling in my opinion.
I agree with that. I kind of like that. I'm going to pee again real fast. And then wait, you made me think of something I wanted to talk about. Fate, genetics. Shit. Nope, I lost it. We'll talk about it and come back to it. I'll be RBBYOBBQ. That's another Simpsons quote. I can still hear you, don't forget.
Fuck
Please
that guy.
talk to me while I pee.
Fuck that guy. I can't believe he was anti-fate. You know, I made a really compelling argument. That guy just want to talk about desire. It don't know about desire. Fuck. It's fun. God, no, tell him about. You guys want to talk shit about Mikey? Now's the time. There's no way he could possibly check the VOD. We'll never find out. Whisper things and give him an awkward boner. Alfredo. Calamari.
I am rock hard.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. What would you say to his face, Coop? Whisper that? It's a trap.
Say it to my face, Coop, son of a bitch.
Fucking fight him.
First of all, calamari, if you ever think about calamari as just being little foreskins you're eating.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
What's the best style of pizza?
Any kind but Cleveland.
Okay. Don't know about Cleveland pizza, to be honest.
Cleveland pizza, look it up. It is disgusting. Just like Cleveland chili is disgusting. I, as a person who's born and raised in California and who's only ever gotten shit because everyone's like, California pizza sucks. I'm like, well, first of all, California, mostly LA, are full of you fucks from other places. So you bring your food shit here. So if you're talking shit about LA, guess what? You're talking shit about yourself. In general, I like more, I guess, of a Brooklyn, New York style, a big slice, but I like a lot of toppings on it. Chicago deep dish is fine if you want like a pie more than regular pizza, like a lasagna. I guess also St. Louis is not good.
Wait, what?
I haven't had it.
Shut up! You haven't had it.
I've never had it, but I've never heard about it. I've never had it. I've only heard about it.
It's delicious. They make a style of cheese called Provel. It's provolone. It's Swiss and mozzarella, and it's very good. It's a flat style. The cheese melts in your mouth. It's very good.
It should be melted beforehand, but okay.
I'm just saying, it's just a very liquidy volcano of deliciousness.
Oh,
it's quite good. I sincerely recommend it.
Okay, I'm into it. I'll try it if I ever go to St. Louis.
Fuck with it. I mean, if you're in St. Louis, it's like the best thing you could do there.
Yeah.
Just have the fucking pizza.
I mean,
there's nothing else to do in St. Louis.
One of my favorite things is being in New Orleans, drunk, holding a daiquiri in one hand and a slice of pizza in the other. And that's just some fucking basic ass pizza.
Cool. Oh, that's so good. Go to New Orleans in like 2 weeks with G-Tech!
Yes. Oh shit! G-Tech! Oh, you guys are gonna get into some fucking trouble.
Gonna get wasted. Oh, gonna commit crimes, yo.
Oh. I mean, it's hard to commit a crime in.
There's no law in
New Orleans.
There's no law in Louisiana.
I'm gonna give you one tip for New Orleans. Go to I'll have to remember the name and send it to you. There is a place in, I think it's the Garden District, that they do like breakfast, and they have the world's best praline bacon. It is heavenly. Oh fuck, it's so good.
You're gonna have to give me some deets on that.
Yeah, I'll have to find it. I think
I'll make it happen.
It's got like a female name, like it's someone's blank. Also, District Donuts, fucking top notch. For not just for donuts, but for like coffee and like some breakfasty foods. But yeah, I mean, so the last time I was in New Orleans was for WrestleMania 2 years ago. And that was probably the weirdest and one of the best times I've ever had there, because I was drunk on Bourbon Street with a bunch of fucking wrestling fans. And at one end of Bourbon Street, someone would do the Ric Flair, woo! And it would fucking travel all the way down Bourbon Street and then all the way back up.
Fuck yeah.
It was just like a sonic orgasm. It was so fucking good.
Oh. So you like wrestling?
I pop in and out of it. I like wrestling. Like, I'm wearing a fucking Seth Rollins shirt right now. I haven't watched in a while. You gotta. It's like a soap opera where like you can fucking dip out and then come back and like within 2 episodes be right back into all the storylines because they fucking evolve so fast.
Okay, so you just like it because of the drama?
Yeah, it's just fun. It's. I will say this: it is great to put on while you're working out because you're watching a bunch of buff dudes do crazy shit, and you're like, I want to be like fucking that guy.
Yeah, see that.
Guns like that. It's like good inspiration because also a lot of wrestlers are fucking nerds, like real fucking nerdy. So you're just like, I can be a strong nerd. I can be like him. I can be like Seth Rollins. I can be like Xavier Woods, who loves fucking video games.
Who's your favorite wrestler
of all time?
Yes,
Stone Cold.
Fuck Austin. Yeah. All right, respect.
It's, you put that song on. That is a song that allows you to do anything you want. If that song comes on and you punch someone in the face, guess what? You're probably going to get away with it.
Yeah.
There's certain things in life that that are so inspirational, they allow you to do whatever. Like one time I watched like an entire season's worth of Top Gear and then drove somewhere. I don't suggest doing it unless it's late at night, because you immediately would just want to drive and can drive like a badass for some reason. It just like imbues you with whatever power that is. You just get it. It's very like a transference kind of thing. Like I was actually saying to Ghost this weekend, it's like I want to have a pool, whatever place I end up living at. I want a pool just so that I can do wrestling moves into the pool.
Fuck yeah.
Like I want to be able to RKO people into a pool or Stone Cold Stunner them into a pool, fucking suplex them. Like if I can't build a ring in my backyard, I want a pool so I can do it.
Oh yeah. Build a ring in your pool.
Build a ring. Oh my god, above the pool ring that you can then top rope into the pool.
Oh yeah. Has there ever been like water play with wrestling?
Wrestling?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's some weird pay-per-view event they've done some water shit.
My kink.
Water sports?
Water play specifically.
There we go. I think if you say that without context, you're gonna get peed on, bro. And if that's your thing, all good. But I like, I don't want to put rubber sheets down.
Ever been peed on? Wait, what are rubber sheets?
I mean, rubber sheets are a thing that they usually put under regular sheets for kids that wet the bed late. That are also, probably those kids are going to be serial killers.
Did you have rubber sheets?
No, I just know about it. I think Ralph had them for a while on Simpsons. Yeah, they just it's like plastic sheets. A lot of hotels have them. They'll put them over the mattress and then put all the sheets on it, so that especially seedy motels.
Okay,
it's easy to clean up the stains.
You ever been peed on?
No, never been peed on.
You ever peed on someone?
Nope. The weirdest thing that has ever been said to me during sex, not done to me, but said, is a woman I was with that was a little bit on the kinkier side, because I'm pretty fucking vanilla on my side. She said to me, she's like, I really want to spit in your face right now. And I politely, mid-thrust, was just like, please don't.
I'd rather not.
It's like, yeah, we're having a great time right now. Do you really have to? I don't want that. I don't need that. No.
Are you a germaphobe?
No, I'm not a germaphobe. There's a long story. So I have to take a shower in the morning, and usually during summers I'm on like a 2-a-day schedule, but that's because I grew up fat, and it was easier. Like, it's not that I couldn't help myself to be fat. Like, I could have worked out and done whatever, but like, I was just a fat kid from like 8th grade on, essentially. And I'm like, well, I'm just going to be a fat kid. That's fine. I'm chubbier. It's all good. But I didn't want to be the stinky fat kid. So like, I would shower all the time so that I'd be like, I'll be chunky. Cool. I'm not going to stink. Cause that does bother me. Stinky shit bothers the fuck out of me. But yeah.
Are you really oily?
It is. I am also oily because I'm Italian. I bleed fucking olive oil.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was waiting for.
You could take one of those like Biore oil strips and just be like, again, back to The Simpsons, when Homer's trying to become obese and they're like, rub a piece of whatever on a piece of paper, and if it's clear, it's your window to obesity. You could basically rub anything on me and it would become clear.
Yep. Yeah. I use him from... Yeah, no shit. But he's really soft too, right? Isn't it lovely? Not soft?
I mean, I'm soft.
I'm very soft.
My skin's pretty soft. I mean, people, like, especially Ghost, will be like, I use bar soap in the shower. She's like, oh God, why? I'm like, because if I don't use bar soap, I don't get clean. Or I don't feel clean. Like, I can't use body wash. Body wash is, like, leads me to slick feeling.
You ever feel too soft, Mikey?
Too soft?
Like in
Only
your
in
hands?
my pants sometimes.
Oh, shit.
No, I mean, I do have soft hands because,
But I have soft hands, but sometimes like I feel too soft. Like it's like uncomfortably soft.
No, I'm not like the snuggly bear where I'm like, hoo, too soft. This is just getting weird now. Oh, God damn it. What were you saying when I was in the bathroom? Because it made me think of something to ask you.
Italian things? Carbonara?
Italian thing, carbonara. What's your favorite kind of pasta? Like, what's your favorite dish?
Really hard. Probably like spinach and shrimp Alfredo dish or something.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Mine, when I was a kid, my favorite was just a regular like angel hair with a regular like marinara on it. But now my favorite is a carbonara. I love the pancetta and egg yolk and all that good shit and Parmesan.
Okay.
Like it's a real solid. Like it's simple. It's complicated, simple, and delicious.
Just like my mama, she makes this pasta. It's like really good. It's like a dry pasta, but then she puts olive oil on top of it.
Okay. Is it just like olive oil with a little bit of basil or oregano on it?
A lot of olive oil, and then Kalamata olives.
Ooh, oh. Kalamata olives are so fucking good.
Yeah, I'll have to like send you a picture or something. I think you respect it. It's like, yeah, I fucking love Kalamata olives so much.
Yeah, I put that on my pizza. That's my pizza toppings are usually pepperoni, Kalamata olives, not black olives, and mushrooms. Like those are my top 3.
Fuck with that. What about like a ricotta cheese?
I'll do a ricotta cheese. It's shit. I'll do a ricotta cheese. Sometimes the different cheeses get a little much because they're like, I like a nice consistent cheese, and ricotta is always just like plopped on.
Yeah,
like when they do like buffalo mozzarella, and it's like here's a circle of mozzarella and the rest is sauce. No, I like even cheese. Like a pizza basic should just be bread, sauce, cheese, and those should be consistent throughout the entire thing. And then you got your toppings. It's like a canvas. You have to be a pizza artist.
That just remind me of like the Domino's order. It's like extra steak, no sauce, no cheese.
Oh god, it's just meat and bread.
Yeah,
that's a real fucking Midwest order.
Oh fuck! No pizza, love beef. Yes.
Oh god.
Yeah, what's your opinion on pineapple on pizza?
Nope. Well, it's situational.
Yeah,
if it's all that's there, I'll eat it.
That's all right.
One time the first time I ever went to New York. I was in 2007, so I was 21. And we were out late, like 3 a.m., whatever, because New York doesn't fucking matter. Taking the train back, and we were my friends and I had gone, and we were walking back to our hostel we were staying at, and we stopped at a pizza place, and I was shit-faced, like not knowing what the fuck is going on. And all they had left was Hawaiian-style pizza. And I was like, give me 2 slices, please. 2 slices of pizza. Okay, thank you very much. I sit down at the table with the 2 slices, and I grab what I think is Parmesan cheese, and I just start putting it on there. Ends up being just sugar. I poured all over the pizza. I fucking bit into it. But it worked, because the sugar with the greasiness and the pineapple, and also me being fucking shithoused, it was a magical experience.
That sounds awful.
It probably if I ate
terrible.
It now, it would be disgusting. But at that point, it was a godsend. That's also the trip that I burned my back with water in the shower because I was staying at a hostel. That was a real fucking piece of shit. Like to the point where I had like a giant red mark and eventually a tan on my back from that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Listo. Oh man, that's intense.
Are you anything other than Italian?
I got like a little bit of Germanic blood in me, like kind of like gypsy. We don't know where it came from, so I got like random blonde hairs. But my dad's 100% Italian, and then my mom's mostly Sicilian with a little bit of that Germanic stuff in it.
Okay, interesting. I'm 50% Italian because that's all my dad's side, and then the other half is like Greek and Syrian with some like English and other stuff spattered in there, very tiny amount.
But basically Mediterranean. I'm
Mediterranean as fuck.
Yeah. Have you ever heard
of Hawaii? I put sunscreen on maybe twice.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of the phrase "una fazia, una razza"?
It sounds familiar, but I don't know what it means.
It's one face, one race, which is like a Spanish, Greek, and Italian phrase. And just like a general northern Mediterranean phrase.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah. You have you want to show me your toes right now?
No.
You have the Roman toe?
My toe?
Do you have the Roman toe?
No, what the fuck is the Roman toe?
The Roman toe is where your first 3 toes are kind of all the same length.
Oh, actually, shit, I might have that. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
No feet. Shut up, Dad!
Listen, you guys want to subscribe to my OnlyFans account?
The toes.
The first 2 are definitely the same length.
Yeah.
The third one, you know what? Hey, we're gonna get a fucking foot stream right now. You guys see this shit?
Oh, okay. Well, it's not this.
No, it's pretty normal. These 2 right here, these are pretty norms, like same length.
Yeah, see.
And then this one drops down.
Put them together. Oh God! Stick a bit. Other side. Kick it. Oh.
Go. Oh, the Valnex channel is now banned on Twitch. Listen, people complain about titties stealing views, but you got 2 dudes showing feet. We got all the views right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is a.
It's a toes violation. I don't.
Toes violation.
Seems like toes are not violating anything.
Tie my shoes now.
Wait, you're wearing shoes right now? You really do.
You
always wear shoes?
Well, so here's the other thing: is because of all the construction on my apartment, there's dust everywhere. So
that's fair.
Yeah. Like I did a quick clean after the last one, and my steam mop that I used didn't really clean it all up. It just kind of spread it around, and so even like my socks were getting like that nice white film on the bottom and shit.
What's like the most obsessive thing you do?
Like obsessive compulsive?
Yeah.
Probably my showering as I play with my beard. Yeah, let me grab a White Claw real fast.
Yeah. I don't have any more beer.
What a pussy!
Just this liquor! Pussy. Don't call me a fucking pussy, White Claw drinking motherfucker.
I'm also out of the only booze I have in the house other than tequila is rum. Because what I was like playing, I was playing the other night with a friend and streaming, and I was like, I'm out of vodka. Well, I guess I'm doing LaCroix and white rum, which actually wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I can actually see that working.
Yeah.
Being.
It was I think it was a mango flavor, so it was like a little tropical still.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, I think the most obsessive thing, and Ghost can probably give a little more insight on this as she has to view it from the outside. I'm really big on movement in crowds, which I know that sounds weird to say, but like people who stop in the middle of a walkway, especially like at a mall or something. Like I am one, like I will walk an extra 20 feet so that I can duck into like a corner to like stop and do something. Like situational awareness is my biggest thing that I care about, other than like showering and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I like showering is probably my number one because I do that shit. Like so yesterday we flew back from Hawaii. We had to be on the van to ride back to the airport at 7 a.m. I woke up at 5 a.m. so that I could make sure to shower and be ready and not screw up anyone else's schedule. Like I will always take a shower. There's like, no matter what, I will make time to do it.
You have to.
I have to.
Yeah.
If I don't take a shower in the morning,
gross.
That's more important to me than coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can start a morning without coffee, but if I start a morning without a shower, like the other day when they were doing construction, I didn't have hot water, so I had to take like a real small horse bath. I just like fucking cleaned the pits in the crotch. And I did not feel right all day. I was just like, does I feel dirty?
Yeah, dude.
It's not great. I just
Yeah, you get a stink and you got that grease and it just pulls up in your face and you just feel gross and gets
again, I'm a hairy dude. The hair does not end at the ass crack. Like, you know, sometimes you gotta power wash that shit.
Yeah, you said 2 showers during the summer? That's like 3 for me.
I mean, it depends on what I'm doing. Like if I'm super active, I'll probably take a third, but like usually it's a shower in the morning, go to work. If I come home and I'm gonna go do something else that night, I will drop another shower and then go out.
Mm-hmm.
And I will always do the thing where it's like, I'm gonna go out at 8 o'clock. Okay, that means I'm gonna take a shower at 7 to be freshly showered and out the door. Like, I will ride that. But I'm also super on time. That's probably the thing other than showering that I'm most obsessive about is being on time. Like, I'm the person that will get to parties. Like, if you tell me a party starts at 6, guess when I'm going to be there?
5:30.
I will probably be there at 5:30, 5:45, sit in my car for 15 minutes, and then get in there at 6.
Why do you care so much?
I don't know. There's a story, actually. My parents took me to a concert that it was Elvis Costello with Phantom Planet. Now, at the time, I only cared about Phantom Planet because I didn't appreciate Elvis Costello as much as I do now. So we left for the concert, and my parents were like, bands never go on at the time that they say they're going to go on. We're fine. We're 30 minutes late, whatever. We get there. Guess who just ended when we get there? Phantom Planet.
Yeah.
So I had to sit there through an Elvis Costello set, watching a bunch of fucking boomers dance to Elvis Costello. That's not fun for me as a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of that's like what the real spark was. So like I just get to places early, if not on time, so that I don't miss out on anything. Especially if it's something that I paid for, like a concert. I will sit through opening acts unless I really know I don't care about seeing them. So I can see everything that I paid for. And parties are the same way. Parties for me, I do it mostly because I'd rather be the person already established at a party, so that when you arrive, you have to come talk to me, other than I get to a party late and then have to like make the rounds.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm part of the rounds you have to make, as opposed to me having to make the rounds to everybody.
You have a lot of introverted thinking.
For an extroverted person, yes.
Yeah.
I'm an only child, so like my brain is all I got.
Yeah, ENTPs and ENTJs, it's a lot of recursive thought loops. Yeah.
I pre-think almost every social interaction I have.
Mm-hmm.
Like my brain was going crazy before today.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
What were you predicting?
It's not even predicting. It's just like, well, this and then that. Like my brain was just thinking about things.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that like everything I'm saying is like predicted and scripted. Which, damn it, I didn't say that one thing though. I did want to start off the stream and be like, "Did we tell everyone that this is pre-recorded?" But yeah, my mind just goes through all kinds of scenarios. I mean, I've done that my entire life. Where like anything I've done, middle school, like thinking about the next day of school, thinking about if I have to have a conversation about something, it's being like, well, I'm going to say this and this, but they could say this, and then I respond with this, and then they're going to say this, and then it just kind of fucking goes on that trail.
Does it upset you to not know things, or you just feel compelled to like fill in the gaps?
It's a mix of both.
Yeah.
It's taken a lot more patience, and it's come with adulthood to be like, I don't know everything, and so I need to be okay with not knowing things. But that's also why I never. It probably is the reason I never went to college, but I just prefer to have a little bit of knowledge of everything than 100% knowledge of one thing and then not know anything else.
Right. It's your objective.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever have like a problem with ego growing up?
I've said about myself always that I have a huge ego but low self-esteem.
Mm-hmm. That's typically how it works.
Yeah, I project it out, but I don't fucking believe it at all.
So you still think that you have a high ego and low self-esteem?
I think so, yeah.
Well, you know what might help with that? Drugs.
Go on. Drugs?
Psychedelics. In fact, I think it's really important to squash that ego.
I mean, I got a bottle of poison from Tiger at TwitchCon, and Steph and I shared it as we were supposed to, and it was great. It was just enough to make us euphoric, but not anything else. But I'm definitely interested in trying more. I'm just not like, I don't know drug dealers, nor do I know how to find them. So yeah,
For sure. Anyway, lovely.
yeah.
Definitely.
I'm just like, I'm not the like living in LA, going to parties in Hollywood. I've never once been offered cocaine. You think that would happen?
You're a 35-year-old male. You've never been offered cocaine?
Nope, never.
Weird.
And I can pick up on fucking signals pretty well. Like I would know.
You're a 35-year-old male who was raised around Hispanic people.
Yeah,
ever offered cocaine?
I think it's also one of those things. Like I have a pretty fucking up attitude. Like I'm never like I'm pretty active and hyper most of the time. So I think people either just assume that I'm already like right in that fucking white storm, or I don't know. Do I look like a narc?
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
No, never.
You have a pizza tattoo.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I've only had the pizza tattoo for like 5-6 years now.
Damn, as soon as you got it, you should have been offered cocaine immediately.
I know.
It's strange.
Here's your tattoo, and would you like a bump?
Here's some balls of cocaine, right, guys?
Yeah. Speedballs.
Yeah.
Drugs are bad. We should say it for the stream. Drugs are
Drugs
bad.
Drugs
Illegal drugs are not
don't
good.
Don't do drugs. You obey the law.
Don't. Yes, marijuana is only good if it's illegal in your state.
God is holy.
He's full of holes
Eat.
in his teachings and things. There's lots of holes in all that shit.
That was edgy as fuck.
I think it's like, I mean, this is going way back. I think the other thing that slightly, and this is a weird way it's a weird thing, but I think that slightly influenced me being into Satan and like non-religion was watching Devil's Advocate in 8th grade. Movie's great. That's a top fucking Keanu Reeves movie right there. But it's also like you learn some Satan stuff. It's not in a positive light, but you can glean some cool shit from it. And it just is like, oh yeah, Satan's not a terrible guy, because he goes on his whole ramble about like God is just like see but don't touch but don't taste but don't feel. Like it goes down that whole or like but don't enjoy. Like it goes down that whole train where it's like, yeah, it's a real big fucking bullshit train all the way down the line. Like it all wraps up to, as long as whatever you're doing isn't hurting yourself or someone else, then do it. It doesn't fucking matter. If I want to drink an entire 18 pack of White Claws, it's probably not great, but it's not going to hurt anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Unless like I go get in my car, then that's a problem.
Mm-hmm. That's the truth.
And I don't need, and I don't need a law to tell me to not drink and drive, because I already know that I'm pretty fucking inebriated and like not in control of things.
How do we progress as a society?
In general?
It's like, how are we supposed to evolve? What do we need to do?
I mean, if idiocracy taught us one thing, is the smart people need to start procreating while the dumb ones need to be sterilized.
Yeah, but dumb people make more babies.
I mean, that's why they need to be sterilized. It's truly getting to the point where you need to pass a test to have children. Like if you need to have above a 700 on your SATs or whatever the score is now, I don't remember anymore because they changed it right after I took mine. You need to have above a certain level on a test in order to have children. And I don't want to have to like control people in that way, but like we've evolved to the point to where now we're de-evolving ourselves. Kind of thing.
Well, yeah, I think as we get more into like political tribalism, you're right. But it's just kind of.
I mean, you have people that are on both sides of the political party. I'm not just going to say liberal or conservative. We have people on both sides of the political party that care more about being part of that party than caring about who's representing them in that party. Mm-hmm. My biggest thing about the 2016 election, while it sucks all around that Trump won, is that the Bernie bros weren't man enough to say, well, Bernie didn't get the nomination, but I'm still going to support Hillary. No, they had to fucking carry their fucking, they had to bear their cross all the way to the fucking end, which ended up screwing people over. It's that fucking third party bullshit. And yes, I hate that it's a fucking 2-party system and there needs to be more openness. There's all this, but guess what? It's not the world we live in. You need to deal with the facts and reality of what's going on. And if you don't want a fucking Cheeto shitbag to be president, you need to support someone else. That is a viable candidate against him.
I mean, I guess the biggest
problem...
how
did we get here? It's just, this is always how it goes.
The biggest problem is, like, you're choosing between a douche and a turd sandwich. So, like, yeah, can you blame the Bernie bros? Kinda, but not necessarily, because the Democratic Party itself was one that fucked it all over by, like, fucking...
I get that, but you still have to, like...
so hard.
You still have to... But look where it got us. We've had 4 years of extreme bullshit as opposed to 4 years of just like, all right, I mean, like, it's pretty positive and there's some fucked up things that happen, which happens with every fucking presidency. No presidency is perfect. People like to idolize Obama, but guess what? Obama did a lot of fucked up shit as well. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't to the scale that it just like, he wasn't making executive orders every other week, basically cutting people off from their families and kicking them out of the country and wasting taxpayer dollars. You have to pick at this point in the experiment that is America and democracy, you have to pick the lesser of the two evils.
They're both pretty fucking evil.
No, they are, but like one of them is going to try to give you socialized healthcare, and the other one is going to make it so that if you don't pass a random drug test, you can't have food stamps.
Yeah, I understand why he's a problem. I also understand why Hillary's a problem. It's just kind of unfortunate.
It is unfortunate. We've created our own beast. I mean, watching the impeachment inquiries has been eye-opening, and it's probably the most boomer thing I fucking do because I've been sitting at work just having it on in the background. I've never watched C-SPAN that long in my entire life, but like, it's really funny to watch and see. And this could just all be for show. You watch and you see the Democrats really just present all these things. And then you watch them turn to the Republican questioning. And the Republicans are like, I didn't get my extra 2 minutes or 30 seconds and he yielded time. It's like you're arguing about bullshit rules and wasting your own time instead of taking advantage of the time you have and stating a clear argument. Maybe the Republicans are fully right. I don't know that, though, because they're not fucking putting that out as an argument. So if you aren't giving me the facts that I need, then I'm definitely not going to think you're right. I don't give a shit.
So do you think we're approaching, like, Brave New World type of dystopian society or 1984?
I mean, I want to think Brave New World. I don't mind Brave New World as much as I hate 1984.
Brave New World will at least be fun. You got fucking orgies and shit.
I'll fucking drop a Soma if I want, but yeah. I think, I don't know, man. The way that information is controlled by capitalist corporations, they're really fucking shit over. And I'm a person that uses social media all the time. Like, I am a problem. I'm a problem that I hate. I'm very much a person that's just like, I'm not going to be able to change anything. So, like, I'll make some small changes, but whatever. It's not great, but until I know, and that also feeds back into like earlier when I was like, I've never gone to a protest.
I also feel
like, yeah,
fucking rally, bro.
Like, I mean, I'll go to a rally if I can. I also usually don't hear about them until like day of, and I'm like, oh shit. The one thing I always hear about is because they fucking text me all the time with the Bernie people being like, hey, Mike, you are going to do this thing. And I'm like, leave me alone. I don't care. I gave you money once.
Think Bernie has a chance?
I think this year Bernie actually has a chance. I really do. I think he's going to get screwed over for Elizabeth Warren or who else? Who else is kind of the leader on the Democratic side?
Joe Biden.
Yeah, I don't like Joe Biden. Joe would have been fine in 2016. Not now.
Biden sucks.
I mean, he's just like any other old white politician, but he's just a little chiller. But I think Bernie has a chance this year.
Joe's not good. Joe's like secretly fucking Hillary.
I mean, yeah, but that's still better than another 4 years of Trump or almost any other Republican candidate at this point, if there are any. That's what I want to see. I would have more respect for the Republican Party if they put someone against Trump. Impeachment or not.
Now I'm sad. This fucking sucks. This fucking blows.
I mean, I'm not one of those people to be like, I'll move to Canada or Sweden or whatever, but like, let's just get globalism to its truest final form, where we just have like the UN is the global government and we all are in this together. Like, it's interesting to think that, 100 years ago, America was pretty much a fucking isolationist nation, and thanks to World War II, we became more of a global power.
Thanks, Woodrow Wilson. Also, thanks, Trump, for bringing us back to fucking isolationism.
Woodrow Wilson was not the problem.
No, Woodrow Wilson brought us to globalism.
The League of Nations? The League of Nations failed, though. It would have been more... he started the idea, but then we pulled out of it. Just like America to pull out at the last second. I don't know, man. I just think we need to go full hog into it. I play enough Civ that I know what happens if we just keep going down one road or the other.
We need to do Star Trek. We need to do Star Trek.
Give me a fucking Galactic Federation.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be shitty for a couple of years, but then we're gonna have the post scarcity. We're gonna have the fucking fabrication or whatever you want.
The fabricator. Oh my god.
Yeah. Then it's like, what's money? Who gives a shit? We'll just build whatever we want. Fuck yeah, let's go.
I mean, my one of my favorite things I've seen recently is the graph for Moore's law, because Moore's law is technology doubles in power every
CPU processing power
years. Yeah, where it was on that pretty steady curve, and then you get to the past like 5 to 10 years, and it's just a fucking hockey stick straight line. It's like, oh, we're getting there. We're fucking riding that road. No, it's going.
It's evening out. Actually, I thought it was lowering in power.
Is it? Hold on.
I thought there was a huge concern for Moore's law, where it's like we can only get to a certain extent.
Moore's law graph. I mean, there is a plateau for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Moore's law 2019. Can I get... Well, this isn't helpful at all. This is the other thing we need. I think we've gone through the phase now. Oh, this is it. That's it from January. Well, there's a lot of things that Moore's law is dead, because it actually has been more than doubling over time. Semiconductor numbers. I think, but just in general, we need to go from... We've already established and set that information is available to anybody. If you have access to the internet, no matter what version of it, you can get pretty much any information in the world. Now we need to start tailoring that and really focus. I hate to use the term fake news, but really cracking down on fake news. That is what needs to happen, because all that's going to happen is more and more disinformation is going to get out there, and if people aren't going to know the difference, and so it's just going to spread more and more.
Yeah, it's going to spread more and more. That's why it's turning into Brave New World. We can't really avoid it at this point, especially with deep fakes and deep imagery.
The deep fakes are fucking terrifying.
We're crossing over into that like weird gray area for everything.
But the other thing is, I don't know, like, and this is the thing that comes up with being like a coastal elite, is I know a deep fake. Like I say that confidently, which I should only be like 75% confident on. Because I'm sure if someone presented me with like Pixar did a deep fake version, and I would probably look at it and be like, this looks 100% real to me, because deep fakes now that you see online are pretty easy to spot because there's still some inaccuracies with it. But there's definitely the capabilities out there to make them 100% real. But I think it's just, if we're not going to police the information that is on the internet, then we need to really control. We need to stop teaching information to people, and we need to teach them how to find and filter information that they find online.
Sir, it sounds like you're trying to limit free speech.
I'm not. No. I am not limiting free speech. I am teaching you how. I'm teaching you. We need to focus more. We need to. I'm sorry. We need to focus less on memorization and more on comprehension.
Sure. Yeah.
That's all. It's as boiled down as simple as that. Schools for years taught you to memorize and regurgitate, and now that needs to go away, and we need to teach you how to analyze, comprehend, and move on. That's I think that is one of the biggest things.
Okay.
Because you look at Facebook, you look at sorry, god damn it, I'm going to do that a lot. You look at Flat Earth, you look at anti-vax, you look at any of those fucking Karen Facebook fucking carrot out pyramid scheme bullshits, and that's all that is. That is just people not analytically looking at anything. They're just like, I see it on the internet, and the internet is always right. Like, that's not, you shouldn't go about that with anything in your life. You should never read something, take it for face value, and then just blindly go with it.
Some people just lack critical thinking, though.
I mean,
I guess yes, teaching critical thinking would be
critical thinking, comprehension. That's all in the same. That's all in the same bucket of just being a rational person.
Yeah, being objective.
And I think that, and I'm sorry, but that all really ties into religion as well. You're gonna read a book that is 2,000 years old and take it for face value.
But surely there are different subjective opinions of religion, and certainly religion can be used for positive things. It creates a sense of community, which is incredibly important, especially in
community, all that shit. Like, I fully on board with all that stuff, but you don't need to use a book written by people who knew a tenth of what you know, and that's being generous, to then turn around to someone else and say, this book says that you're wrong.
Of course not. That'd be terrible.
But that's what's happening, and that's what needs to stop. It needs to be your opinion also matters on what is going on.
I think my opinion of religion is kind of
the Bible also. Yeah, sorry, go on.
No, it's okay. My opinion on religion is kind of complex and based upon my growing up and being Catholic, which I'm not Catholic right now. But I can say that I think religion can be a very individual thing, or I guess, religion can be like a very communal thing, bringing a lot of like sense of like happiness through the support of other people, whereas spirituality is more of an individual thing, which I think both of them can be focused on. I don't think like being religious is like necessarily a negative thing, but there are plenty of people that use it poorly, and it's like, I'm better than you kind of situation, holier than thou situation.
I mean, no, that's 100% accurate. That is, I mean, you want a weird microcosm metaphor for that almost?
Do it.
Twitch streamers. You have people that draw 10,000 plus viewers, and they watch that person religiously. They will listen and do whatever that person tells them to do or says or whatever, and then they will go to other streamers, other content creators, and tell them that they're wrong or that what they're doing is wrong because it's not whatever their favorite person is doing. That is religion in a nutshell. Currently. Now, there are people like myself. I love Twitch, and I watch I don't know. I follow like a ton of people, and I watch a majority of them all the time, and I go across them all the time. And I will never watch one channel and then go to another and say you're doing this wrong, or go to another channel and say this person's doing it this way. You should do it that way. I will go give a suggestion, maybe sometimes, like, hey, like I will watch people and then go to Ghost and be like, hey, I saw this person play this game or do this, and maybe you should try it out. And that's where it ends. That's it. I will never force anyone to do anything else like that. But that is a very small version of religion. And then religions, I mean, almost the same thing, where if you boil all religions down through the timeline of history, they all come from the same place, really.
God, yeah, right?
I mean, Dionysus is, has many different forms. God, Jesus is in basically every religion. There is a Jesus-like figure.
Yeah.
Also, my favorite...
Always a great flood.
Noah, the flood. I mean, so I just finished... There's a 3-part audiobook that I finished. And it's history of the ancient world, history of the medieval world, history of the Renaissance world. No, it's on Audible, though.
What is it called?
That's what it's called.
Oh, History of the Ancient World?
Yeah. It's Susan Wise Bauer, I think, is the author. It's on Audible. That the ancient world one is probably the most interesting, because that's a time period that you really don't learn a lot about unless you go into like college level history and anthropology. But they talk about like the Great Flood was probably real, but like, Noah wasn't just the only person that survived with 2 animals. It was just a flood that affected the world at that time, and the world at that time was this big. And you have to, and that's the context people need to have when they think about things. Is that when a lot of these things were written, the world was 1/50th the size that it is now, as far as like the world as in written word and either oral or written traditions. But that, yeah, I mean, the audiobook was 26 hours. That's a fucking long ass audiobook.
I'm gonna look into it. I like a lot of ancient history. I think a lot was lost.
It's mostly focused on. It's not focused on, but it uses the like Assyrian king list and a lot of like it's. I mean, mostly because a lot of history was based on who was ruling at the time. It uses that as the like center point for a lot of stuff. So there's a lot of detail things you kind of miss, but you do learn how things kind of moved from Mesopotamia out into different areas, and then kind of in and out, and certain people came back in, and like, oh, this person was here, and they come back down, and then you have people that were Aryans, but not like the racist Aryans, but like people in India Aryans kind of thing, and then how that affects everything. Like, there's a lot of shit I learned in that book. I need to go back. I actually kind of want to re-listen to it now that I didn't know before, because there's just not things they teach you in school, because it's like too deep. Like, I really thought about like Egyptians being where everything started, and it's like, no, it's not it. It's not at all. You have Assyrians, you have Hittites, you have Babylonians, you have the Medes, shit like that. Like, there's a lot of shit that was there like parallel to the Egyptians and before the Egyptians as well.
Crazy shit that you don't fucking learn.
Yeah. Also, Hardcore History does a pretty good series.
Dan Carlin
is great. I need to actually finish the Supernova in the East series, because I think because part 3 or 4 wasn't out yet when I was listening.
Who's that Italian fucker that does the history podcast as well?
That I don't know.
Talk about fuck, I'll have to get back to you on that one. God,
that's fine. You let me know.
Yeah, no, he's cool.
I'm always into that shit.
Yeah, he's legit. He gets like really fucking passionate.
Oh, yeah. That's what I like. I like people who are passionate about what they talk about. I don't care what it is. I mean, that also feeds into all the religion shit. It's just like all those ministers, especially the like, who's the one in Texas or whatever that has a giant mega church. Joel Steen.
Oh, Joel Steen. Yeah.
Who's just like,
Yeah.
That's why like I used to love Kanye, and I can't like Kanye anymore. Sorry.
Kanye's just not healthy, okay? Just he's sad.
I know he's not healthy.
He's sad.
He needs some proper medication.
He needs help. So, all right, the guy's name is Daniel Bolelli, and he has a podcast called History on Fire. He has like a, I don't know, I think it's like a 3-part series on the Choctaw, which is really good.
The Native American tribe?
Yes, he likes Native Americans a lot.
Okay.
That's one I liked a lot. I can't.
Oh, this guy looks like a fucking nerd. Damn, he looks like a fucking Italian nerd. Jesus.
He is 100% an Italian nerd, and he likes jujitsu. So he's really legit.
It's like it's his bio. His quick bio on Google is an Italian American writer, university professor, martial artist, and podcaster.
Yeah, this guy fucks. This guy is cool.
Oh, he taught at he went to Cal State Long Beach, and then UCLA. Interesting.
Yeah, if you like Dan Carlin, I definitely advise you check him out.
Okay. There's a photo of him holding a stack of books and then has a UFC glove on. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, he's an aggressive nerd. Yeah, dude.
That is a fucking nerd.
On his podcast, he has like on his podcast title, he has like a stack of books and like a katana.
God damn it.
He's just getting all the pussy.
Sword bros.
Oh shit.
God damn.
Oh hell yeah.
I mean, have you read any of the who's the atheist writer that died? Shit, he wrote God Is Not Great. Christopher Hitchens.
Oh, I wasn't huge into Hitchens. I didn't read anything he wrote though.
Read because wait, what are his other major works? I'm trying to think. God Is Not Great is good. Because he also gives a little background onto why he's an atheist and kind of where it sparked from as a child. Influence. I tried the God Delusion I've read, but I had to give up on like 3/4 of the way through because it became too preachy a little bit.
Yeah, Hitchens is kind of like one of those atheist dicks that I try to like stay away from. Like, I don't think he has bad things to say necessarily, but he's like kind of an asshole.
I read another one by him. It's not that. God Is Not Great. Portable Atheist. No, maybe that's it. Just I would definitely say give God Is Not Great either an audio listen or read it. It could be a quick read if you wanted to. But that's definitely that's a good book to read in general. But the God Delusion is good for the first half, I'll say.
Okay. I think done a good job.
Okay.
That was about 3 hours.
Are there any other questions that have been left unasked?
I mean, I could just do this forever. So like,
I mean, I also love just answering questions, either about myself or just the stuff in general. I'm not a good conversationalist when it comes to asking questions, but when it comes to continuing a conversation and answering questions, I'm good with that.
Yeah, I think I'm getting better at this because I'm not like I try to do like I try to be like more on script, and then I try to like pay attention to chat more. But fuck chat because I just want to talk to you. I'm trying to find out more stuff about you.
Yeah, that is usually the best way to go about it, no matter what it is.
And I feel like I learned things, and I enjoyed our conversation because I think we do a lot of similar things mentally.
Yeah. I mean, we literally we spent 2 hours just answering questions and bullshitting about dumb stuff, and then we spent the last hour literally just talking about religion and politics.
Yeah, and I don't think we disagreed. So
we didn't disagree, but we also if we had disagreed, we would have had at least a positive discourse with it.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's okay to disagree. It's okay to
I've
talk
only
about things.
There was one time I was at a bar and I was talking religion with someone, and mostly not even religion, but just evolution with someone. And it's the only time I've ever gotten so mad about it that I've had to get up and leave a conversation because they were so creationist and wouldn't listen to anything that I was just like, I don't even want to fucking have this conversation. Goodbye. And I took my pitcher of beer and fucking walked away.
Yeah. No, sometimes you just need to do that. I mean, being raised Catholic, I feel like I have an objective sense of self and like objective sense of like religion and spirituality and everything just because of my Catholic roots. And I feel like I actually enjoy talking about religion. Some people don't like it, but I think
I have no problem talking religion. I actually find it really fascinating.
It's incredibly fascinating.
And not just on the Catholic Christian level, but like religion in general is a fantastic storytelling device, be it true or false, no matter what. It is just the way that those stories were passed down and impacted society and culture for so long. As my voice cracks, it's a fucking 13-year-old. It's just like you can't cut religion out altogether because it had such a big impact in the past and has such a big impact now that you have to acknowledge it.
It's a part of our history. It's what we are.
Yeah.
And like storytelling is exactly how we grow. It's like how we learn from the past. It's how we develop.
But you have to have that you have to have that understanding and rationalism to be like, not everything is true, but it has importance.
It has its purpose. It's like, I think the best example would be like, don't eat shellfish. Why do they say don't eat shellfish? Because like randomly people just fucking die from eating shellfish. So it's like a legit thing. Like it's a lesson there. Don't eat it. So like there's truths in a lot of the old kind of like mystic traditions that we still propagate today.
You look at it's I mean, to even make it more simpler is just like look at Aesop's fables or look at any sort of like the tortoise versus the hare. Why would you ever fucking race a rabbit and a turtle? You wouldn't, but you have to like dig a couple layers down into it. And what does it mean? Like there's lessons in things that are just masked in things that are easy to understand.
And the most upsetting thing is like the face value lesson is quite frequently like not the lesson you should be paying attention to, but some people take like the literal interpretation and it's rough. So yeah, there's a lot more depth.
And we can end on this, and this is the thing. This is my biggest pet peeve, and I've told Ghost this is if you're in a meeting, especially if you work in a corporate setting, if you're in a meeting and someone asks a question, and then that same person or even someone different asks basically the same question in a different way, and then that happens 3 or 4 times. That's the exact same thing where it's people not taking the answer that is given and then extrapolating it out into their scenario. It's like, no, she said Sundays and Mondays, and I'm talking Tuesdays and Wednesdays. It's like, no, it still means the same fucking thing. You can't do this on that. It doesn't matter what day it is. It's because they said one thing and I said something. Unless I specifically said as the person giving you information, this day and that. It's just like I've sat in a lot of meetings that are just like that.
Yeah.
I hate that shit so much.
Some meetings are. Yeah, basically what we've learned is fucking think critically, put things together. It's like knowledge is a web that you have to construct to come to different conclusions, and sometimes there's more than one conclusion. So fucking open up your brains, morons.
Do drugs. Open your brains. If they're legal, don't do illegal drugs, kids.
Yeah, just do huff paint. That's legal, right? You can do that. You're not going to get arrested for huffing paint.
No.
Yeah,
paint's legal. It's not good for you. It's not good for you. That will kill your brain cells.
Whatever, doctor.
Ooh, we're gonna raid steaks.
We're gonna raid steaks because he's doing steak stuff like playing fucking Tarkov.
Before we raid, I'm just gonna let everyone here know I will be streaming again on Wednesday. Playing either Halo or Jedi.
Follow Mikey.
Me. You guys probably all are annoyed by me anyway. That's fine. But JT, thank you for interviewing me. You guys, thank you for voting for me for Member of the Month. I really appreciate it. And I'm happy that it happened. And yeah. And now give it to someone else who's better than me.
That's right. Vote me again. Oh! Alright. Say hello to Steaks. Bye.